Going live in 3, 2, and 1. Hello, everyone. We are finally back. Welcome back to the world of Ace Attorney. Tonight, I don't know what. Hang on. Let me just turn off the music. All right. So yeah, tonight, Star is back, and we are finishing the captive turnabout today. Yeah, this game has been very crazy so far, so yeah, we're gonna not waste any time. We are gonna see if we can finish this case tonight. Where we left off, we got confronted by Judge Gavell and Eustace Winner about us investigating the case, and Judge Gavell threatened to take away Edgeworth's badge. You're gonna see why. Because, quite frankly, this committee that we're dealing with is on our tails, and, yeah, it's gonna be absolutely wild.
Most likely, there's also probably corruption going on behind the curtains with these guys.
Yep. Hello,
Yay,
Boxer
committee.
Fox. Welcome on into the stream.
Hi, Boxer.
Hi.
Good evening.
Yep.
I'm also right now eating clams.
Yep.
Hello,
So,
that's good.
just to recap, we are investigating a murder committed in the prison, and our...
Against the last guy that we turned in.
Alright.
Yep.
Alright, so, okay,
Anyway.
alright, so we got Edgeworth, Kay, Eddie Fender, and then Simeon Saint over there. So, Fenn's been... Alright, so,
I was Simeon Saint.
yeah,
Yeah, you make
then Pabs is, Fender, and then, Sinbad has been doing K, but there's another character that he's been doing that's also a female as well. So, do you want to do K to start us off today?
Sure, why not?
Alright.
Haven't done K in a while.
Alright, with that said, take it away. What's on the bottom?
Okay. March 28th, 3:02 p.m. Detention Center. Visitors room.
You think we'd
Holy
see...
crap, that's been a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi,
So I'm not gonna be able to voice any
Wheelie.
characters for a while.
Yeah, yeah.
We'll switch around once more people come in.
We've done that a few times.
Yeah.
It happens.
Plus, I'm sure we're gonna run into Gumshoe again, too, so...
Yeah, you'll be good.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Alright.
This dude is very weird. You withheld information from me. Why?
I didn't withhold anything! Or at least, I didn't mean to!
Okay, so you are a member of the very big circus, right?
No! I mean, yes, but... No! I'm not really a member. I'm still new!
That's irrelevant. You're still a member. Whoa!
oh, you still.
Oh
What?
my. Let's try this again. Why didn't you tell us?
Because it would have looked so suspicious. Me being a performer in the circus show.
How on earth would that be suspicious?
And me being friends with Bronco. I thought that if anyone found out, nobody would believe I was innocent. Not even you, Kay.
Yeah, for context, Bronco Knight is the former bodyguard of the... Yeah, you saw Bronco. Yeah, he was the victim. Yeah, he was the victim in this
Excuse me.
case. I thought I made it clear that I believed you.
But when you stare at me like that, I get so terrified.
You're a real smooth operator, aren't you, Miles? Any other client scaring tips you want to share?
You're really not helping, Fender. And at this rate, it sounds like we really will need to question him about everything all over again.
So, what do you do at the circus, Simon?
Simeon.
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 I'm an animal tamer. Well, kinda. I'm still learning the ropes.
That's so cool! Do you get to train lions and tigers and bears and stuff?
Oh my.
Lions? Tigers? Bears? Oh my! No!
They got the reference.
I work with this little guy.
That's money. Looks pretty tame already to me. Yeah,
Oh.
money from Turnabout Big Top in the
Earlier.
second game.
So you're not exactly a tamer, more like one of those old-timey organ grinders?
Aww.
Not now, money. I'm trying to. Oh, you little scamp.
Aww, that's actually cute.
See?
Oh my
you
god,
do
he's
it-
pulling a
you do-
ratatouille.
That's what I was about to say. Godly, you told my joke.
Something tells me it's the organ grinder who's being monkeyed around. Alright, we already did the badge, so... When we spoke to you before, you said you worked at a company.
I was telling the truth. The circus really is a company. We all have titles and everything. The Ringmaster's the CEO, and I'm a... well, I guess you'd call me a gopher.
You mean a mole?
I even have a line manager. She is head of the animal taming department.
Oh no.
It's part of the showbiz division.
Not to be confused with not to be confused with Showbiz Pizza Place.
Animal taming
get it.
department.
She's such an inspiration. There isn't a creature in the world she couldn't convince to do her bidding.
Hey, you and Miles here? I'd like to see somebody whip him into shape.
Where's Francisco when you need her? I am not some kind of creature fender. So this line manager, was she working with you on the show?
Yes, actually. It was just us two. It wasn't all that big of a job compared to what we do normally. She's usually the one performing on stage. I just do all the monkey work, monkeying around. But I did have a bit part this time.
So only two
that-
members of the
was that
circus
big?
are relevant to this case.
Is that misspelled?
I don't know. Alright, talk me through your movements here at the facility.
Oh, sure. I came in to see Bronco at around noon 2 days ago.
And that was when you brought him the chess set?
Yes, actually. And that same evening, I started work on setting up the stage in the yard. It was so hard I had to haul everything in by myself over multiple trips.
Jeez, talk about exertion.
Yeah, this
Yes.
is just like my day job all over again. Anyway, they let us use one of the rooms in the prison for storage. Workshop A, I think.
I think we
Hmm,
saw
I think
something.
it's-
We saw something big in there, I think, when we were investigating there.
The
Workshop
tarp, isn't
A,
it?
where Knight's body was found.
You mean your boss didn't help you?
Oh, no! I could never ask her
The schlep.
Sorry, I could never ask her to schlep all that stuff around. Like I said, the monkey's work is my job.
He is. I've been to Leon.
Is he?
The monkey? That feels like a flipper out of everything.
Anyway,
Yeah.
I'm having somebody got that reference. Anyway,
Yeah.
once it was all set up, we did a run through, and it must have been midnight by the time I left. The next morning, I was back and ready for the show, which started at 8 a.m. Then we performed till 10. It's like, oh, I think.
So Mr. Saint was the only one of the pair to have entered the room where the body was found, and Knight's body was found immediately after the show had ended. Do you have any idea why you were arrested?
And why so quickly? I never seen a guy get booked so fast. Surely even little winners couldn't just pull somebody in on a hunch.
Never underestimate the power of an underdeveloped intellect.
I think I might know why.
Finally, good to see his eyes open.
Oh! I just realized what Saint has been doing.
The see no evil, hear no evil, say no evil?
Exactly.
Yep.
Oh.
Guys, that tarp.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That might be the
that's
same
the
one that was
tarp.
used to
Yeah,
hide the body.
I just said that. It's the
Yeah.
tarp.
Yeah, I just...
Interesting.
Ooh.
When I was moving all the stuff, I went to go see how he was doing. Bronco, I mean.
You went to the holding cells on your own? Tell me you had permission.
No, it wasn't a formal visit or anything. So, I just sort of snuck over and hoped no one would stop me.
But you'd just seen him earlier that same day. Why take the risk?
I've known him since we were kids. When both of us were all alone, he doesn't have any family, you see. Just like me.
Oh my god.
Jeez.
I knew he'd be feeling lonely. That he'd want somebody to talk to. So I had to go see him.
You don't have any family?
Is he an orphan?
For a while I had my dad, but he passed away when I was a little kid.
Same. Oh my god, Simeon. Losing one's father as a child. I know all that pain all too well. You and me both, Edgeworth. And you,
He's
Kay.
just like you and me, Mr. Edgeworth.
Oh yeah, Kay too. There was nobody else nearby when you went to see him?
No, the other holding cells were empty, and I didn't see any guards.
Oh, that's weird.
Well, somebody must have seen you, or you
Take
wouldn't
note.
be in there.
Take note of that.
Oh, no! I messed up so bad, didn't I?
So the assumption is
That-
that something happened while the two were alone together? At least, I imagine that would be Winner and Judge Gavel's thinking. In any case, I think we'll need to speak to your boss next.
Last I heard, she's supposed to be around today, too. Somewhere in the yard. Tell her I'm sorry, won't you? I'm so sorry. I can't believe I let this happen.
Sure thing, Simeon. We're here for you. If there's anything else we can do, just say the word.
I mean, there's nothing I can do for you in return.
You don't have to worry about that. We're friends. We know what it's like to be in your shoes. We're all part of the same club, after all. Right, Mr. Edgeworth?
Unfortunately so, I'm afraid. Thank you for sharing such personal details with us. By the sound of it, you had little reason to kill Knight. If anything, you're the one most affected by his passing. And what's more, I simply don't believe a person as gentle as you is capable of murder. Rest assured, we believe you, and we will get you out of here.
They now share something in common.
Yay.
Now, what do we have here? A star defense attorney, that's what. Bravo, big guy. I can't believe I'm saying it, but you even reminded me of your old man for a moment there.
I did?
From the Book of Gregory, an attorney is a friend to the friendless. Simeon me bucko, does you guys suffer any hardship for your friendship? Things are gonna be shiply amazing.
I didn't realize
It's
Talk
like-
Like a Pirate Day had come early this year, Fender.
But that's just the thing. You never know when a pirate will strike next.
Ow.
Anyway, want some candy?
No thanks. I don't like sweet stuff.
More for me.
Bummer.
I have a very sensitive palate.
I wouldn't mind a nice ship myself. A great feast galleon for the dread pirate K. Yar, me hearties. We'll sail the standing seas together and claim the greatest treasure of all, the truth.
Shiver me timbers, you two will be the death of me. Come on, let's set sail for the prison yard, but no sea shanties on the way, please. I am dead curious how that was in the fan translation.
Oh my god, same.
Yeah,
Look, that is open.
that's new.
Ah. That's the way out to the yard, I believe.
Let's go take a look. Come on. What are you waiting for?
Someone's excited. I love Kay so much.
Yep, spot on.
Gotta love
Yeah.
I gotta love that just casually walks with his hands in his pockets.
March 28th, 3:37 p.m. Prison yard.
So this is the famous yard. The circus performance was taking place here just before the body was discovered.
Yeah.
Check it out! It's like the backdrop of some epic festival. Ooh, I found something!
Most of the prisoners were assembled here when the body was discovered, which means that anyone who saw the show has an alibi. All right.
That's confirmed already.
Alright.
All right. Time to take a look around. Okay.
What?
Whoa.
What happened? Oh God! No! Sorry.
Cease and desist, you beast. Do you think he's even gonna listen to you, dude? Oh, this might be the boss.
Oh no, you know her.
Sinbad, you wanna go?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, no,
You-
we don't know who to say
you
it,
got
but
this, bud.
sure.
Absolute girly as much as you can.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see. Well, we don't know if it's a man or a girl, so
We confirmed
It's
it's
a
gonna be,
girl.
it's a girl. It's already been confirmed.
Yeah.
yeah, let's look. Stay, Isaiah! Stay!
It's a girl we know.
Who's that?
I knew it! I freaking knew it!
Oh.
It's Regina!
Oh yeah. Aw, you found a new friend to play with. Good for you, girl.
That works.
Yeah.
Play
That's
with?
great. That's great
Your
for her.
elephant. Play with? Your elephant nearly ate me!
No way! You should never do a thing like that. Isaiah doesn't even bite. At least not very often.
I wonder what the fan translation named the elephant, because that name is I wonder what that name means, because I know Taka
Anyway.
in Dual Destinies, that's Japanese for hawk. So she does
Yeah,
have
of
a
course.
taste for human flesh.
Makes way too much sense.
I'm gonna type in what that name means. Hang on.
Anyway,
What did you look like? A real live elephant up close. Aren't you glad you did?
I've actually seen elephants in person. One time when
Yeah.
I went to the zoo.
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't die.
But you did have fun, right? Right?
Oh, okay, wait. Okay, I got something for that.
alright, okay. There, sweetie, don't cry. She had a wonderful time, didn't you, gang?
Don't mislead the poor girl, Fender.
She did? Oh, I'm so happy!
Guys, I got the name of what air means.
What is that?
Okay,
This guy really loves hugs, doesn't he?
Yeah.
okay. Likely derives from the Greek word azaleos, meaning dry,
Isaiah.
and associated with the flower azalea. Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Ah.
Okay, I
It's
feeling it
Isaiah.
was like that.
There's no L's. There are no L's.
Isaiah.
That makes sense.
Isaiah.
Anyway, moving on.
So
Here.
essentially, the elephant's name was azalea.
Alright, do you mind if I? Hun?
Yes, sorry.
Here, let me make it up to you. How about a hug? Keep your truck to yourself!
Aw, nothing your friend. This is just the best. This is just the best day ever.
I am Associate Defense Attorney Miles Edgeworth.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I haven't even introduced myself yet. I'm Regina. It's so nice to meet you.
I'm Kay, the Great Feat Extraordinaire, and Mr. Associate Defense Attorney's Great Associate.
This self-introduction brought to you by the word convoluted.
And your elephant's newest friend is Mr. Fender, the Defense Attorney.
Oh, she isn't just any elephant. That's Isaiah, the Asian elephant.
Isaiah stopped the second you told her to. You really have a way with animals, Regina.
Well, I wouldn't be much of an animal. I wouldn't be much of an animal tamer if I didn't.
What? So you're Simeon's boss?
That's right. Regina Berry, head of the animal taming department, Showbiz Division, Big Berry Circus. Oh! Big Berry Circus, and I sounded a bit like frickin' like Beetle there. Oh! Oh!
Ooh, okay. She was.
It's so lovely to meet all of you.
Pleasure's all ours, mademoiselle. Name's Eddie Fender. I'm a bit of an ace attorney.
So much for whipping me into shape. Where's Francisco when you need her?
Yes, she's perfect.
What are you muttering to yourself about, Kay?
That positivity, the charisma, that beauty. Regina, you make a perfect partner in crime for the great thief Yatagarasu.
Yatagarasu. Great thief? Sounds like fun. Animals and I have stolen the spotlight for quite a bit in our time.
That's one of the things we don't want to steal. Gotta keep it on the down low, all stealthy ninja-like.
But where's the fun without a show? The down low sounds like it might get me down.
Bummer. I think we've got a fundamental difference of opinion going on here.
It would indeed appear that negotiations have broken down. Maybe next time, Kay.
We know her too
Well, Mr. Edgeworth, let's get cracking. Too bad we can't see much of what's beyond that metal fence, though.
That's an electric fence.
Okay.
Indeed, and we're in sore need of information in addition to evidence. Therefore, we should make an effort to talk with any persons of interest as well. Alright, first things first.
Before you move,
Any
wait,
people
before
of
you do
interest.
anything,
Wait, hold on.
like, keep this in mind. That elephant
Hmm.
is right next to that electric fence. You put one trunk to the left, to its right, and
Yeah. He has stance.
really
Yeah.
dangerous.
Very.
Alright, first things first. Badge.
For me? Oh, thank you very much.
I didn't say you could have it.
So it's not for me.
No.
Wow.
My apologies. It was my fault for needlessly waving it in your face.
It's okay. I forgive you. This time.
Wait, why am I
Oh.
apologizing? Oh my
So,
gosh.
you know,
It doesn't do
Where's-
anything.
with it.
Where's Artemis when you need him?
Sorry. She had a bit of a crime scene last time we were with Right there, and she is absolutely, positively, 100% dense.
If you're the head of the animal taming department, you must be Mr. Saint's boss?
That's right. Might have founded the Berry Big Circus. But he passed away. He was murdered.
At least
Yeah,
she's
right,
actually,
help me.
at least she's using the right term.
No.
Hmm.
Oh, wait a moment.
I'm sorry to hear that.
But we have a new ringmaster now, and he's made the circus bigger and better than ever.
Ah, Mo,
What is that
doing
like?
justice.
He's such a nice man. And he was a good friend of my dad's too.
Wow, that's great! Lucky you!
Yeah, right? What's his idea to set up departments like animal taming, magic, and ventriloquy? Does you mean ventriloquy?
Yeah.
The only animal taming and ventriloquy we have more than one person right now. But the Bear Big Circus is getting bigger and better day by day.
Sounds like you guys are really going places.
I swear,
Wow.
Mo was destined to be the new ringleader. He's
Sorry,
doing
I'm
justice.
really doing better than female voices, seriously.
Huh?
I say, Daystar, basically your voice is pretty much matches mine as well. Right?
Yeah, no, you both
female
pull
voices.
off each
Yeah,
other
you're
really
great.
well.
Both are great.
Oh,
They're getting on well. I'll
Thank
leave
you.
them to it.
But you need to practice your toning a little bit, like the character actually, with the emotions and such. I'm able to express that.
You both are men trying to do women's
You can practice
voices
that.
We.
Always have flaws with it.
Well.
Just a little bit.
Can you tell me
Just
about
check
the
it,
show?
can you?
I'll be right back. I'm gonna get some
Oh,
water.
it's a wonderful thing. It even has a story. And not just any story, it's a love story. Isn't that Jimmy?
Sounds like a regular riot. So who's the star of the show? Let me guess. You.
No, silly! It would be the Seiya!
Not again.
Wow.
And she falls in love with none other than Regent the Tiger.
Regent,
Oh.
he's back too. Okay.
It's a heart-rending saga of forbidden interspecies romance.
Furry visual
Not really
novels.
Furry visual novels. Furry
Very
visual
visual
novels.
novels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Furry visual novels. Oh,
Get
Nelly.
ready for get ready for E621.
Nelly,
Really? Star, this is
Star, come
It's okay. It's okay. I'll let that one slide.
Oh, God.
Oh, Nelly, I've heard of odd couples, but that takes the furry visual novels back to Bean Biscuit.
That's not, and that's not all. There's a love triangle too. It's a romantic. Also, please draft the whole furry novel subject. It's kind of embarrassing in this game.
Sorry.
It's kind of just go Meta.
I'm sorry. I'm laughing. I'm okay.
Pretty incredible, huh, Miss Edgeworth?
So the elephant is the heroine? I suppose there's a first time for everything.
Also, Zaya's female.
And, who's the third wheel?
Oh, there would be the big old meanie who tries to tear our star-crossed lovers apart.
Oh, what animal do you think it is, Miss Edgeworth?
Given that it's a circus, perhaps a lion?
I think a raven would be cool, like the Yatagarasu.
Nope, it's a sneaky monkey.
I knew it.
Oh, it's Simeon's monkey.
Yep, it's
Don't tell
money.
me the
That's
Money.
Thanks.
That's
Of
certainly
course.
lowered the stakes.
You mean money, right?
Nope. Again, the role of the monkey is played by Simeon. Oh, you're kidding.
what?
Money's far too small to play against the Zaya and Regent, silly. Anyway, the evil villain tries to tear Zaya and Regent apart. What about become a defeated twosome? Oh, defeated twosome? You mean duo? God damn it.
Oh,
Become a defeated duo? It's so exciting, isn't it?
Wow, it sure is.
So, Mr. Saint was more than just the little helper he claims to be.
Poor Simeon. It'd be terrible if he couldn't perform with us anymore.
Okay, show preps.
And
Can you tell me about how you set things up for the performance?
Oh, that's not really my area. Simeon took care of all the lifting and carrying. He's such a sweetie. He offered to do everything by telling me he needed to concentrate on the show. I did see him doing something near that well, though.
Oh, well, I recall seeing one behind the stage. Oh, I didn't notice it.
didn't see any.
I should examine it in more detail.
Oh, it's good. Should have seen him moving those huge cages around all by himself. He's a total hero.
Yeah. Sounds like something he would do.
Weeping all the while.
Oh! He was going back and forth the yard here in some sort of workshop with all the equipment. The person gave us special permission to use it for storage. But he was the only one who went down there, so I don't know much more than that.
The workshop must be the one where Knight's body was found. I guess this confirms that Mr. Saint was the only performer to have gone into Workshop A.
Well, this sucks. All we're getting is information that works against us.
You have to help Simeon, Mr. Attorney. We're all counting on you.
Just leave it to us. He may not look it, but Mr. Edgeworth knows how to get things done.
And what exactly is he may not look it supposed to mean? Alright. Alright, well...
Just forget about it.
to an elephant. What about that?
Hey,
Who are you shouting at?
ponds like this usually has goldfish in them, right? I wanted to see if they'd come say hello.
I only see water striders.
Hey, water striders are cool. They can walk on water like ninjas.
They can? Hang on, let me go look.
Whoosh! Whoosh! Man, I wish I could do that.
So much for the goldfish.
Yeah, remember those water bugs? from
Oh,
Mario
okay, yeah,
64?
yep, never mind. I should have looked at.
Why are you looking it up, Water Strider?
Just bugs. What up?
I'm
Alright.
having sectophobia.
Who doesn't love a good circus
Oh
performance?
no, entomophobia. That's the worst.
Oh, boy.
Let's see.
if the performance is a good one, it can certainly be entertaining, yes.
Man, I'm getting pumped just
Video
thinking
games, I'm
about
fine,
it.
but in video
Chance
games,
to
aims and
escape.
sex, I'm fine. But IRL, no, get that shit out of my face.
A chance to escape reality, however brief, can often be a powerful tonic. Exactly, Edgeworth.
Got that right. Doesn't it just make you want to hug something?
Like a fursuit.
Bender is the
Like
hugger.
the circus.
I'd want to hug a cat-sized moth.
Man, you should see my hug.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
Star
yeah,
gives
hug
great
my
hugs.
Yeah, Star, you've hugged me before when we first met each other in TFF.
That was at TFF, yes. And I hugged Foxy at FWA. So,
No, it was the first TFF we went to.
I may be too strong when it comes to, I hope not breaking y'all's back. I'm
But
sorry.
The hug was amazing, though, Star. I do remember back in TFF of 2023 where
Just someone who's not been able to, who's been like
Anyway. Anyway, let's continue.
Yeah, I was gonna say, guys, as someone who's been suffering from no-con depression ever since ever since he's not been able to attend FurCons here.
Okay. Oh, the
Yours
show
truly.
here. Okay. On the show here, right in the shadows of the fence that keeps these guys in. Just the magic of the big top is enough to make them forget that they're in the same boat as the animals.
The fence? I suppose I should examine it too. It is a part of this facility after all.
Examine it real close. Yeah, real
bad,
close there, Edward.
You're gonna be in for a shock if you do.
Missed the show, but we still got the stage and all this other stuff to check out.
He's right. I should also look over the show set and equipment, just in case something useful turns up.
Head over, huh? You don't exactly give a guy a lot to work with, Miles.
If you'll excuse me, guys, I'll be right back. I need to go to the bathroom. I'm gonna go grab myself a snack.
It's really something, huh? Wish I still had a tenth of her starry-eyed love.
I suppose that's because her head seems to be up in the clouds.
Right? She's so above it all that no one dares go against her. Bet she doesn't even need to crack the whip with the animals. The eyes go from starry to steely, and suddenly it's sit, stay.
I can think of somebody who very much enjoys cracking the whip.
Anna sounds like a real piece of work. Come on, Miles Areno. Spill the
Gesundheit. Trust me, Fender, one crack of her whip and you'll be running for the courthouse doors.
Okay.
Yeah,
Let's talk to the elephant.
Elephants.
an Asian elephant named Azea, one of the very big circus's many animals. She certainly seems very fond of petting humans based on what we've seen.
Don't stand close, don't stand close. don't
Well,
stand
most humans.
You can't just glare at her like that, Miss Edgeworth. She'll think you're trying to show her who's boss.
Are you telling me she thinks I'm one of her kind?
No, just that she respects you, I guess.
How comforting. Anyways, let's take a look at this fence.
Danger, high voltage. I never saw one of these in real life. Hey, that must be the fabulous garden outside the warden's office over there.
Hey, maybe you should climb the fence and see how that goes.
Ah, yes. Warden Lagarde
Yeah.
mentioned she being able to see it from her window on the detention center side.
Wish the dumb buried metal fence wasn't in the way, though. I thought it was all one big yard.
Given how protective the warden seemed of her little bit of earth, I imagine it's to keep riffraff like us out.
I don't know who this is.
There you are.
Who's
this
the...
is
This Sinbad
Oh.
doing her.
Should I-
Yeah, we're
Should
cover
I get-
right now while we're currently
There's back again.
I wanted Sinbad to do her.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I
That's
could...
who was Gina, though.
Oh
I
wait,
can
they're
do
both
Regina.
who's... Yeah.
what?
Alright, I'm gonna hand Regina over to Fen, and then so Sinbad can do.
Oh, wait, I'm with Gina?
Yeah, you can try. Sinbad.
Sinbad's still in the bathroom, though.
I could try her if I can.
Alright,
Think Frank.
She's more... She sounds like more sassy, like...
she's French.
Yeah, just think French. Think baguettes.
Regina, cupcake.
Good enough.
Oh,
Yeah.
What on the guard?
I've been simply dying to sit you down for a chat. You exquisite little thing.
Oh boy.
Oh, let me talk with her.
Alright, let's talk about
I guess.
Do you mind if I ask a little about the prison?
Oh, not at all. This place is my pride and joy. My home.
I love how she just pets her little fox.
The fox is so
There, he's
cute.
just sitting there.
This is a little puppy. Here is the prison when I first arrived. It is what awful and utter disgrace.
Awful, I suppose you mean the prisoners were unruly.
I most certainly do not. There's Angel.
Angels.
Every one of them, and they always have been. No, it was an ambience that was awful. I ferret, I brooded, and then it hit me. The animals, if anyone could brighten up the place, it was them. It was nice having them around. Isn't it just? And now look at my fabulous little family. Why, my darling Frankie is a very picture of rehabilitation.
Rehabilitation.
Rehabilitation. Rehabilitation. Yeah.
It's a big word. Except when he's rifling through the dead men's pockets.
Oh, right.
We have so many such sad stories among the family, but darling Frankly really is a marvel.
I just realized she was talking about Sawit.
He's thrown himself into his vocational training and is always the first to volunteer for everything. What? You and your other model prisoner? Don't do that! Of course. Oh, of course. They do, my dear. Of course. They're all such triers, such doers. It's just that Frankie, let's just say he knows what he's good for him.
What exactly does she mean by that?
Anyway, he's a very good boy. So do try to be nice to him, won't you? Loud soaring music, great leaping animals, the very big circus truly has it all. Everybody who comes here gets to see it once a month. Really? In that case, let me see.
She'd better not be thinking of something to confess to. This monthly show, is it always performed by the very big circus?
But of course, sweetie. I'm Regina's biggest fan. That girl's my little princess. My superstar. She's so wonderfully talented. Yes, she is. Yes, she is.
Are we having sex with mom?
I love it. She's fussy.
Weird admirer.
And she's so adorable. So sweet. I could just gobble her right now. You're not lying when you say you're her biggest fan, huh? Which is why I worry about her. So worried. It's all because of poor Simeon, you see? If he's found guilty, why, darling Regina, we'll be devastated. So you simply must make sure that doesn't happen. Mr. Lawyer, please, I'm begging you. If there's anything I can do to help you clear this up, awful misunderstanding, you let me know.
Where was my brain going with the... Oh,
I have no idea.
Enough.
Oh, hi!
Hey, what are you doing here? How'd you get here?
Alright.
Wait, the merchant from
Majora's
the
Mask.
the first
salesman.
Majora's
Yeah,
Mask.
alright,
Alright, like
you're
the
up.
spot when I go. Mr. Teddyster! And how are you today, if you don't mind me asking?
Today? We just talked to you earlier, Mrs. Swatwit.
Sawit.
Saw it.
Saw it.
Swatwit.
Oh, heavens, I do apologize. Ever since I came to call this place home, I've been working on my interpersonal skills, you see.
This dude was the first culprit in the first game, by the way.
Yep.
In order to be as
Oh.
annoying as possible.
I'm currently helping out with the Circus show's stage teardown and cleanup. But if you have need... Let me try again. But if you have need of me, I'll do my utmost to help.
Alright.
Help out.
How can he help us?
I'm just chipping in and doing what I can. Model prisoner, and that I am. Yes. My stay in this prison has seen me reborn. The Frank Stewart you see before you is a changed man.
A changed man who now targets the recently deceased.
No, you misunderstand. That was just a moment of madness.
A moment of madness? Ugh. You are a disgrace to all thieves everywhere.
You're right, of course. I can't deny it. I still have a long way to go.
As a thief.
Anyway, as you can see, I have a shiny new bracelet now.
That actually works.
So, it's the straight and narrow for me. Like I say, I'm a model prisoner now.
Not that a real motto prisoner would need to keep telling me that.
Uh-huh.
I'm doing everything I can to prepare for my eventual return to society. How many years has it been?
I have
As
no
long
idea.
as you stay here, you don't know how long you could be there. Anyway, yeah, you even skipped the show to focus on your training, didn't you?
That's right. Only 2 inmates were absent. Sawit and Canis. Why? Canis is someone who's in solitary confinement. Why didn't you tell us about Mr. Canis sooner?
Look, I don't think there's an inmate in this prison who'd talk about him if they didn't have to. Well, you could say he's the real one in charge around here. You didn't hear it from me, but, well, I guess it comes with being a fixer.
The Fixer?
Yes, anything you need, he can get it for you.
Oh, we're doing a bit of, was it Shawshank Redemption?
But how does he get away with it?
I'm not exactly sure, but he's the only one who does. I heard he has a secret way of getting things into the facility.
I imagine being the Fixer affords Canis certain privileges.
Not that I concern myself with such things anymore, of course. I'm far more interested in perfecting my mud pack application technique.
And what are these mud packs exactly?
They're a special type of mud treatment, rich with minerals. It works wonders on the coats. I've been practicing on the animals here in the prison. I hope to treat them all eventually.
Speaking of mud, that reminds me of a certain piece of evidence. Maybe I should try presenting it to him. Alright.
What?
Mud.
Presenting.
Like what? Did we
The
need...
glove.
Yeah.
No, what?
That's the rubber glove I dropped.
Would you care to explain why it's so dirty?
Oh, of course. That's mud from one of the parts of the treatments I've been practicing.
Oh yeah, so it's clean.
I was giving one of the animals a mud pack right when the incident happened.
I see. Around what time would have this been?
Let's see. The show had already started, so around 9 a.m. perhaps?
Hold on. Hold
The
on.
thinker.
Hmm?
Where's the...
Left side. Look
I-
at the
Alright.
glasses
It-
on.
You
Okay,
did say
si-
it started.
Okay.
9 a.m.?
Okay, I thought it was 9 a.m. My bad. Okay.
That makes sense.
Thing is, the more mud I applied, the more in the zone I got, and the darker the animal's fur became. There's no trance like the trance one enters when one slathers an animal with thick black mud.
I think the stress of prison might be getting
No.
to him.
No, I do not want to think about that. Anyway, of course, that's all thanks to the warden that we have access to such wonderful distractions. I'm eternally grateful. Truly, I am.
Alright. Alright, so...
Okay.
Alright,
Let's
let's
look at that well.
Shit.
This must be the stage for the show.
Do you think people would be interested in a great thieving show?
I'm sure the police would be very eager to attend. By the way, since Lagarde is here, I handed over Regina to Fen, so you can do her. That's in
Yes.
Okay, I'm back, by the way. So,
Hello.
did you need a fan?
Regi-
Okay, so I'm
Regi-
going back to K, right?
Welly, well.
Wait,
Simple,
what?
sturdily built well. I wonder if it was the work of the prisoners.
Somebody's left a bunch of tools lying around.
That looks like a sharp
So,
blade.
So, hang on, would you say, which character, Finn?
Fen's doing Regina now since currently Lagarde is here.
Yeah.
Lagarde, right?
Yeah,
Remember?
Yeah.
I didn't even get the chance to see her, too, that was why.
yeah. Star did her in your while
I
you were
did
away.
some of your.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, you could play that
Hey,
part if you want.
Yeah. Somebody's left a bunch of lying tools
I'm I was talking about Lagarde.
Okay, yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
Yes, I already said that line.
Alright, anyways, Star.
There's a long piece of rope and a pretty heavy looking weight. Let's see. It weighs 30 pounds. Oh, and there are some pulleys too.
Kay, can you stop touching everything in sight?
That could be
He has
basically
gloves.
because of obstruction of justice, because her fingerprints could be found. Wait, she's
He
wearing
has
gloves.
gloves.
Yes, gloves, but yeah, she.
Come on, it's not like I was gonna take anything.
What exactly were they being used for, I wonder? Alright.
Now you do it.
Finn,
Regina, darling, can you put the most splendid show for us yet again? The stage, the stars, and you in particular, my princess. It was simply divine.
that's so nice of you. I hope everybody else who watched enjoyed it too.
About that, dear, I'm afraid I have something awful to confess. There were some absences, you see.
She must mean Canis and Sawed.
3.
Oh, no.
Three members.
Three
Well, I
members.
guess
Three
Shark was
Sure.
technically not there. I guess
Remember
was
Shark.
not there technically.
Unbelievable, I know. How would you ever forgive me?
Who would the third person be? I'm sorry, but you're saying 3 inmates didn't attend the show?
That's right, sweetie. I counted the seats myself. 1, 2, 3, no shows. And I always wanted to make sure there are enough seats for everybody.
But Mr. Edwards, that's not right, is it?
Indeed, as far as we were aware, Mr. Canis and Mr. Sawed were the only ones not present. This doesn't add up. Who is the third missing prisoner and what were they doing? It seems we need to investigate further.
Oh! I was enjoying my chat with the resident engineer so much I almost forgot. I must feed the little one.
Little one?
The I'm guessing the one above your jacket.
The elephant. Oh.
No.
Oh, yeah.
That's my.
It's
Right,
an alligator!
Oh, alligator, sorry. Oh yeah,
Brent would flip it.
that's more of an
Brent
alligator.
is gonna
My nose
love
looks
this.
different.
Hey,
this is
Alright.
not more defined.
Alright, alright.
yes.
Alligator!
Alligator? You're quite a adorable surface, Annie, my sweet.
Aw, she's so pretty. And what a cute name.
Allie is actually a very good name for an alligator, to be honest.
Yeah.
Oh my god, Allie the alligator. Nice.
So basically, she's a alligator.
Yeah.
Allie the alligator. Isn't she, darling? She's my favorite. Aren't you? Yes, you are. Oh, what about the little
I'm
fox?
so jealous. Can I pet her?
Of course, princess, of course.
How you get your arm bit off. Boy, howdy, these two were made for one another. They look like they'll be busy for a while.
Maybe we should, go back inside the prison and check the cells.
Yes, let's. Perhaps we can find a clue there as to who our third missing prisoner might be.
Alright, bye.
Yeah.
Alligators can be cute, though.
March
That's a pretty good
28th.
Depends.
March 28th, 4:02 p.m. Prison corridor.
I swear you sound like the voice who did the Elcar's computer voice.
Oh, that's Gumshoe.
Yep, here we go. Sinbad.
Sir! Mr. Edgeworth, sir! Finally caught up with you.
Yeah.
Oh,
There
my
she is.
favorite boy!
Detective, you're not needed elsewhere?
Nope. The judge and the kid aren't here yet. Oh, and I got your message.
So you searched the victim's cell? Did you manage to turn anything up?
We struck gold, sir. Well, blood anyway. It was right here on the floor.
I knew it!
Yes, I knew it too.
Only tiny specks, though. But at least it's something. At
Yeah,
least it's something.
yeah. It proves that the holding cell was the scene of the crime, right?
Not quite. It proves a possibility, but it's not conclusive yet. Sinbad.
Gumshoe? That's what I said. Yeah.
No, you
I
haven't
thought you'd
said
say
it.
that, sir. Which is why I ordered some follow-up work. I asked forensics to analyze the blood and see if it matches the victim's. They're on it as we speak.
Nice work, dummy. You thought of everything.
Detective, I must say I'm impressed. Did you hit your head or something?
Exactly, that's impressive.
Gee, don't look so surprised, sir.
I just hope things continue to go in our favor.
Honestly, you should take that as a compliment for him to be this surprised.
Yeah.
He's surprised he's doing such good work.
Yes.
Sorry for the noise, I'm just drinking chocolate milk.
Alrighty, so that's proof that the murder happened in the detention center. And for our next trick,
We'll find out how that dog got over there.
Don't worry, you can leave that one to me. Until the kid and his chaperone get here, we've got the whole prison to ourselves. Which is why I brought my secret weapons along.
Secret weapon?
don't shoot, that's a gun.
That's right. A few tools of the trade that I have helped me bust more than a few cases wide open. Behold, the 7 secret weapons of Dick Gumshoe, ace detective extraordinaire.
Well, I don't know about you crazy cats, but I'm sold. Miles?
Very well, Detective. We'll try using your secret weapons.
Not to take that out of context. You got it, sir. Let me run you through the list. Secret weapon number 1. My trusty old metal detector.
It's the same one from the first game.
Yep.
Yeah.
Made of steel, silver, or scrap. If it's made of steel, silver, or scrap, this little guy right here will find it.
So
This guy
it detects
solved
metal.
the whole-
Very good, Detective.
I brought down a Von Karma.
Missile!
Yes!
Oh, missile!
2. Secret number 2. Missile. Everyone's favorite crime-fighting canine. Aw, he's so cute little puppy. He can track pretty much any scent and you put in front of him, especially food.
Especially samurai dogs.
He sure is a lot cuter than Mr. Cannon's dog.
And now for secret weapon number 3. Where to put it? Aha!
His fishing rod.
Yeah, am I one snapper short of a school, or is that a fishing rod? Don't tell me we're going fishing for clues.
Oh,
No,
har,
I mean-
har.
No, I mean, I just happen to have it with me is all.
I see. Well, onwards and upwards, Detective. Let's see what else you have.
That's all she wrote.
Me, your 4 secret weapons short of your so-called 7, and one of them was a fishing rod.
Sorry, but that's all for today, okay? I'll, show you the rest next time. Why do you think I call them secret? You could just go sharing everything at once. That's crazy!
In that case, then I suppose the 3 you've deigned to reveal to us will have to do for now.
Alright, which one do you want to try, sir?
Missile!
Let's go with missile.
Yeah, let's go.
No, the funny thing you should... No, I want you to say the funny thing you should have done is the fishing rod.
I will do the fishing rod.
So
Well,
we're
last...
Probably for well later.
from it. Anyway,
You got it, sir. Hey, missile! Here, boy.
tiny dog.
Aww, he's really tame.
So, what are we checking, boy?
We are trying to find out how Mr. Canis's dog got to the holding cells in the first place. I suspect the same route was used to bring Knight's body back to the prison.
So we give the pooch a sniff of the body.
And he'll find the route for us.
A root.
Rude.
Oh, look how cute he is! Does anyone else smell something sweet?
All I smell is the odor of blood.
It's faint, sir, but it's here. Almost like cake, maybe? Oh,
Why
hang
would
on a
the
minute.
body smell of cake? Sinbad?
Sin?
He said, hold on.
Sorry, my brother was talking to me, guys.
It's okay.
You're fine.
It's fine.
Okay, missile. Get a nose full, boy.
Look at him go.
Here we go. Follow that dog.
I never quite understood how those dogs work.
That's the way too.
He's hidden for maximum security.
Oh, he's going in.
Then we'll just have to follow after him.
March 28th,
Wait, he's out of
4:24
his cell.
p.m. Prison.
He's on his cell.
Maximum
What?
security.
Hey,
What
where'd
is
he
that
go?
as a canine?
He's probably sleeping or something.
This is Canis's cell, though the man himself is
No, it's not.
absent, it seems. Is he meeting with someone in the visitor's room?
Do you think Missile's on to something?
Looks like maybe he is.
Nope,
Ooh,
not
that
happy.
place is creepy.
Oh boy.
Is there
Cycle
something
dog.
here?
Let's get snooping, Miss Edward.
Alright, that's a dagger right there with a bell.
I saw something up with one of the pawns, so I might want to check it out.
That's not a dagger. That's a
That
chisel.
looks like... Yeah, that's one of
Yeah.
those wood chippers, you
And
know.
there's,
Yeah.
and there's the same bell that his dog has.
Yeah.
That's right.
Miss Edward, that chisel on the floor is a bit smaller than the others.
I'm no woodworker, but perhaps it's an all-purpose one that can be used in a pinch regardless of the job?
An all-purpose poppet chisel? Makes sense. Always nice to see your tools, and useful and easy to carry.
Is that your opinion as a thief?
Nope. It's my opinion as a great thief.
I walked into that one. I'm not even gonna talk
Alright, so
about that.
that's a nothing. Okay.
What about the cookies? They're tea and rice crackers. Mr. Canis clearly doesn't lack for comforts.
I can think of worse ways to spend my time in jail than drinking tea and playing chess. I thought this was Maximus security, not Maximus comfort.
It depends on the jail, believe it or not.
How come nobody else gets that special treatment?
Complaining to me isn't going to help. Perhaps you could take it up with the man himself.
Yikes! No thanks.
Alright, what
The
else here?
necklace?
No, nothing there's there.
There's thing.
Mr. Canis's chisels. Every one a potential murder weapon.
That reminds me of something. the furrows in the brow. Furrows. The furrows in your brow. When you frown, it looks like somebody took a chisel into your forehead.
I have no idea what you mean.
See? This is so deep. Don't tell me you don't see it. Mr. Wood carving face.
Have you quite finished?
Oh, okay. Let's look at the chest plate first, because I see some part that looks. I don't see a broken chest piece.
That's his
like a
dog
broken
piece.
paw.
That's his. Wait.
No. Look at one of the pawns. It looks like a broken chest piece. It looks like it's broken. It's missing a piece.
Oh, you're right.
Oh.
You're right.
Okay.
I noticed it in the beginning when I looked at the VOD. I was like, wait, the pawn is broken.
Mr.
It's
Canis'
bent.
chest set complete with his special dog piece.
It's not a chest set. That's a whole chest table with legs. Looks like it might be worth something too.
It's not inconceivable. Some of them are, and this is quite a nice one.
I never would have pegged Mr. Candace as a chess fan, though. What with the whole Eastern
Aesthetic.
Eastern aesthetic he's got going. I thought he'd be more into Go.
Go,
The
huh?
Go, which is Japanese chess.
Ah, okay, good to know. Go, huh? Can you play?
I can play Go Fish.
Not the same thing, Kay. Not even close.
Aw, but it's the same.
Woof, 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 woof.
Hmm? What's the matter, boy? Wait. Is this the cake that you were after?
Oh!
Fucking.
Whoa! Down, boy! Stop that!
Wait, that's why he smelled cake.
No, you can't have it! Dogs can't eat chocolate, you know that!
Yeah, he will.
If you won't behave, I will just have to eat it myself. Not bad.
I think you ate evidence.
That's some real outside the chocolate box thinking there. Not sure everyone agrees, though.
I wanted some.
Daring of you both to assume the food in a prison is safe to eat. Well, daring or dumb.
So anyway, looks like, it looks like it really was this cake Missile was tracking.
Talk
Sorry.
about a waste of time. I suppose we get our just desserts.
Hey, but you said you smelled cake earlier, though.
Yeah, that's right.
But the little guy's definitely capable.
Give me a moment.
Right.
I'll be right back. I need to bring my mug upstairs.
He sure
Okay.
is. There was just a blip. This was just a blip. He'll follow right this set this time. I promise. Seek boy.
Hey, give me a moment, guys. Be right.
Alright, I'll take over Gumshoe in the meantime.
Right.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Actually, should I take Gumshoe? I don't have any parts.
Oh, okay, you can.
Right. Oh, I think he's onto something.
Aha, this is,
Whatever it is, it's in there.
Mr. Carcerato's cell. Yeah, that's the name. We needed to take a look inside. Detective, call the guard.
Yes, sir. Right away.
Thank you, officer. A question before we begin. Is the prisoner, Mr. Carcerato, still in solitary? I'll do the guard. Do you want to have to do the guard? No, sir. He came back a little while ago. He was here before for the noon roll call. Guess he must be on work duty someplace.
Sorry about that.
Oh.
Welcome back.
Okay, what I missed.
Well,
Are we? So Missile tracked something down to Mr. Carcerato's cell. All right, Fen, you can take the guard and then Gumshoe.
right.
Then Gumshoe.
I'm
to
back.
Sinbad. Yep. I see. Now, if you would be so kind as to open his cell.
Yes, sir.
Oh, this guy. Yeah.
That's a punching
That'll do.
bag with the guard on it.
Yeah, I guess he hates her.
I guess. Oh, whoa. This punching bag has certainly seen some use, and Missile noticed something.
What breed were you again, Missile? Sure, was it a boxer?
Does that look like a boxer to you?
He rating you.
I think so.
No way, this boy's a Shiba Inu.
No way,
Ow.
indeed. Quickly, detective, move the sandbag aside.
Yes, sir.
Oh,
Oh,
that's a hole.
No,
A hole?
yeah,
I'm trying
Could this be?
Is in the hole.
Wait, Missile! Missile, wait!
I'm going in too.
Wait, stop.
Sir, I'll go get her! It's tight. I shouldn't have eaten that cake. You really think you get my in-game
He's
weight from
gone.
that?
Well, I'm not going in there. Guess we'll just have to wait.
2 hours later.
2 hours later.
Hello? Kay, are you alright?
You're not gonna believe this, but we're in the detention center.
What?
What?
The detention center?
That hole. It's a tunnel that leads right into Mr. Knight's cell.
Oh,
What?
yeah, let's do it.
What? Don't go anywhere. I'm on my way. Hi, Polly.
Which means there's something underneath, which means that it was
yeah.
underneath the
Maybe?
bed.
March
Most likely.
28th, 5:04 p.m. Detention center, holding cell.
Kay,
Hey, Mr. Edgeworth. Hey there, Mr. Edgeworth. Guess what? Oh, guess you could say we made the breakthrough?
quite. At least they
breakthrough?
came out unscathed, I think.
Sir, the floorboards under the bed were torn up.
So that's how they did it.
Examination and couldn't find that.
There's no doubt about it. This must be the route we've been looking for. The corridor connecting the detention center and the prison is locked down by heavy security doors. But with the help of this tunnel, it can be circumvented.
Makes sense.
It was a sweet scent that started this whole search. Could it be that the scent was in fact coming from Knight's body after all? Incidentally, Knight's body was covered in dirt that might have come from being dragged through this tunnel. Kay, what was it like down there?
Well, it was pitch black, so I couldn't see a whole lot. Luckily, my camera has a flash, so I took some pictures.
Then let's see what you've captured. Oh,
Oh.
yep, definitely
Paw
silverware
prints.
utensils and paw
Wait,
prints.
what is with these? Yeah, what is with these paw prints?
Look at that.
Those don't look like. I don't think those are dog paw prints.
No,
Yeah, they-
but it might
Conservator
be.
had a bear.
It can't be
No, it's not.
a tiger, maybe.
No, I
Could
don't
it
think
be?
so.
It had
No,
to
I
be.
think these are
It
dog-
had
I
to be
think-
the
Huh?
bear.
What
Conservator
bear,
had a.
hon? There is no bear. What?
Conservator had a baby bear on his chest.
He did?
course!
He did.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
he
forgot
did.
About that.
Alright.
Huh. I never thought of that. Okay.
Those
yeah,
are the bear paw prints.
Go on. Go on.
Thing is, bear paw prints have. Thing is, if it's a cub, it should have 4. It should have 5 digits, not 4.
Oh, yeah,
Go
fair enough.
on.
And don't
Tabs.
forget about. Don't forget
that's
about the paws.
Sorry, I
All right,
completely
that's
lost
fair.
my train of thought. My bad.
Go ahead.
Spoons, a fork. Guess these were for digging the tunnel. That aside, those footprints.
Paw prints even. From a dog, perhaps?
See?
Yep.
Fair enough. I was thinking. I was definitely got a bit.
This
I
is
think-
a
I
vital
think we're
piece
gonna
of
get to that point,
evidence.
though.
However, it begs something of a question.
Does.
Mr. Carcerado has certainly been making use of this tunnel, which means, Detective, we need to find out where Mr. Carcerado is immediately. If my suspicions are correct, Sinbad.
Uh-huh. Ah, nuts.
The
Yeah.
guards were alerted and they began searching for Mr. Carcerado right away. But after a thorough investigation of both the prison and the detention center, he was nowhere to be found.
Ah.
He
Okay.
escaped.
I hear ya.
March 28th, 5:34 p.m. Detention center, corridor.
Sinbad.
Sinbad.
Has the police been notified?
Alright, then you can do the guard. It's...
Yes, ma'am. just finished liaising. Liaising?
Liaising, I guess. Liaising.
Liaising, okay.
Like, you know,
We
the
just
word
finished liaising with
liaison.
them. Oh yeah, fair enough, sorry. We just finished liaising with them a moment ago. We set up a
They've set up
Cordon?
cordon.
Oh.
A cordon.
They've set up cordon around the entire facility.
Good. The blemish on a prison's spotless reputation is always the obvious.
It won't happen again, ma'am.
A rather
promise.
different ward in regard to the one we've seen so far.
Mr. Edgeworth, was it? I really can't thank you enough for finding that tunnel, darling. Sadly, it may have been a little too late. It seems he might have already left the building.
I'd say that's unlikely, Warden. After all, there's a security gate at the exit to the detention center. You're not suggesting he simply walked through it.
What's to say there was only one tunnel, sweetie?
I suppose that's true.
Well, whatever the case, this is no time to be ending our chit-chatting. Mr. Edgeworth, would you mind continuing with your investigation, please?
It would be my pleasure.
And you three can get back to your posts.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Oh.
No, ma'am.
And then someone else came in.
Detective. Detective. The results of the blood test just came back from the lab.
Oh, thanks, pal.
Let's see what they have to tell us about the blood found in Knight's cell.
What does it say, Miss Edgeworth?
They've identified the blood and it's Knight's. Bingo!
Alright, so he was
Bongo.
hurt in that place and maybe even killed. Yeah, nice work, everybody. Teamwork makes the dream work, huh? We've got Knight's blood in his holding cell, a tunnel the dog clearly went through, and security footage showing Knight being attacked by the dog in his cell. Closed case.
Case closed.
Oh,
Whatever.
same thing. We have all the evidence we need. Let's see what Mr. Canis has to say for himself.
Canis? Oh, darlings, are you sure? You be careful around him, will you? He's as connected as on the outside as he is in here.
I suppose he would have to be. How else would the so-called fixer stay in business?
The police have been trying to track him down on his accomplices for the longest time.
Excuse me.
Even I've had to lend a hand myself, you know.
So that's what that was all about. Ben.
He's not talking, ma'am. Even with the evidence you borrowed from the precinct.
No. And I've tried so many times, I've lost count. For a while, what am I supposed to do? I can't send in a blank report.
I guess the killer for hire was always going to be a tough nut to crack.
You borrowed evidence from the police to help with your investigation, is that correct?
Why, yes, sweetie. Everything related to Canis is with me now. Heaven knows how many times I've hauled the security scoundrel into my office to talk to me. But no matter what I say or how much evidence I present with him, he simply won't say a word.
A prison warden conducting interrogations herself? That's irregular to say the least.
Let your guard down and he'll devour you whole. Be careful, darlings. You have been warned.
Ooh-wee, and here I thought things couldn't get any spicier.
I love how he politely bows to her.
Hello.
It's such a
Oh,
great.
frick.
Deep
Back.
2 again.
So we're late.
Wait, what?
I see.
Alright,
Okay.
so, I was thinking
My-
that... Okay, alright, before we start, I was thinking that, Star could try Gavel. And then, Fen, you could do, of course, Eustace.
Winner again.
So wait, who am I? Who is it? The
Gavel.
ball guy?
Gavel's the brown-haired lady there, next to, Eustace. Eustace is the one with the red cape.
Okay.
I also did Candace last time as
Oh.
well. I do remember that.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll be confused at first, but I'll see what I can do. Okay.
Alright.
March
Yeah.
March 28th, 5:55 p.m. Prisoner, Maximus Security.
Close enough.
Judge Gavel, I didn't expect to find you here.
So this is mine, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep, that's her.
Okay. We have been conducting inquiries, which given that we are in charge of the investigation, it's hardly strange. What is strange is that you are still here, Miss Edgeworth. I gave you a warning, didn't I not? I told you that your badge was at risk. Should our paths cross again, and yet here you are.
I am sorry that you thought I might be so easily discouraged, Your Honor. But I am not about to let the truth slip from my grasp, no matter what you or the committee might say. I am here to present a certain someone with evidence that you yourselves should have uncovered.
You have more business with me. I take it, Mr. Edgeworth.
I do. I promised I would be back to prove that you were the killer, and here I am.
This should be amusing. Very well. Whenever you are...
Objection!
Oh!
Objection! Not so fast. We have some truths of our own to share. First-rate deductions, in fact.
Oh boy.
Indeed. We are now more certain than ever that Simeon Saint was the murderer. And that only he could have moved Mr. Knight from his holding cell to the prison proper. We shall prove this to you beyond a shadow of a doubt. But first, a question. Are you quite determined to continue on this course, Miss Edgeworth? Should you fail to rebut our
Deductions.
Rebut.
Okay.
Rebut our deductions.
If you fail to rebut our deductions, there will be no going back. Your very career hangs in the balance.
You mean you'll take his badge if you don't like how this goes? That's intimidation!
Not at all. If anything, I'm showing him mercy. This is not
No.
Miss Edward's case. It never was. And I am under no obligation here to hear him out.
You were the one who took him off the case, Gavel!
If he's prepared to accept his potential ramification of his actions, I will allow him one last chance. Well, are you truly willing to take the risk to put your beloved badge on the line? Miss Edgeworth!
Sir!
I accept your terms. You are not a clown, but the entire circus. I am confident in my reasoning, and what's more, I am representing the firm of Edgeworth and Co., and I do not intend to besmirch its name. My duty will be done, and I will not be intimidated.
Very well. Let us see whether you are brave or simply reckless. By the power vested in me by the almighty goddess of justice, let this judgment commence. How you say that?
Eustace.
Eustace.
Oh, wow. A name that I can't pronounce. Eustace, if you will allow me.
Fine by me. He's all yours, Gavel.
Alright.
You are aware of the incident involving Mr. Knight the day before yesterday, I assume. he assaulted an innocent guard and stole his keys. Later, in the middle of moving a large animal cage, Mr. Saint stopped by Mr. Knight's cell for the little visit. That's when Mr. Knight stole out of his cell, using the keys he stolen. He slipped into the cage, and there he hid as he was wheeled to one of the prison's workshops.
It figures she was going to bring up Mr. Saint going to Knight's cell.
Yesterday, after you so kindly made us aware of the security camera footage, we decided to take a look at it ourselves. Perhaps you would like to see what we found. This is a still from the footage we received.
Mr. Saint speaking with Knight at his cell.
Correct. You will also note that he's positioned the cage in such a way as to obscure the camera's view. It is this blind spot that Mr. Knight exploited in order to enter the cage undetected. A sound deduction based on what can be observed, wouldn't you say?
A blind spot, which means that the camera wouldn't have been able to capture the moment Knight entered the cage if he did at all. So it's still possible that he didn't actually leave his cell at this point.
Don't get it. Why wouldn't Mr. Knight want to hide in this cage? There is really only one possibility. He intended to escape. A prisoner break? That's so cool! Mr. Carcerado! Mr. Carcerado! Mr. Knight! Everybody's doing it! I have to step up my game!
Okay, now is really not the time. Mr. Carcerado's escape is no laughing matter.
It is my belief that Mr. Saint helped Mr. Knight with his escape attempt. That is to say, he was his accomplice. I was trying to say it.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Wow! No, Simeon!
That wasn't a compliment!
I understand that the cage was briefly taken to one of the workshops. I imagine that had things gone to plan, Mr. Knight would have remained in the cage until after the show, and then removed from the premise along with the rest of the circus equipment. Unfortunately for Mr. Knight, Mr. Saint had the other ideas. He killed his friend in cold blood.
Judge Gavel's argument seems reasonable, but there must be a fault in her logic somewhere, and I'm going to find it.
There obviously is.
Yep.
Yeah.
It really comes down to, we saw him getting attacked earlier, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
The exact moment.
Yes.
Okay.
Now, we know that the camera
What was the
footage
point
is
of that?
not correct on that one.
Yeah, because there was because the time frame I think was a little off too.
Can we actually look at the footage first real quick?
No, we can't. We still can't.
At least wait before presenting.
Yeah, well,
No,
I'm
What was
gonna...
the time frame of the murder?
Maybe we can get a footage of it.
Now, what was the time frame of the murder that occurred?
Let's see. Let's look at it one more time.
I don't think it's told us.
It was 7 p.m. to 9 p.m.
Well, no, these are the, that's the prison roll call times.
Oh.
We talked about dark form, yes.
Alright. I guess we should probably start by pressing, not
Hold it! I take it you believe Mr. Saint had intended to break Knight out with the cage?
I do, and we know that he brought the cage with him on his visit to Mr. Knight's cell. Because, in addition to the evidence, he himself has testified to having done so.
So his trip to Knight's cell with the cage really is what made him the lead suspect.
Yeah, but Simeon, he's just absent-minded. He probably forgot he even had the cage with him. Mr. Stank dragged an enormous cage all the way to the holding cell, out to the basement mindedness.
Absent-mindedness.
That's mine.
Might have missed, yeah.
I did say that, yes.
Mr. Stank dragged an enormous cage. I'm not looking at it right. Mr. Singh dragged an enormous cage all the way to the holding cell in order to help someone escape. Which of these
Interpretations.
Which of these interpretations sounds more logical to you?
Ugh.
Yeah, indeed. As if the fact that Mr. Singh took a little detour to Mr. Nice's cell with a large animal cage.
And he told us as such, so that's
Yeah.
not right.
Alright.
And that is where we may either have to press or we may.
Hold it! Do you have any proof that Knight stole the keys?
I can think of no other reason for him to carry out such a brutal attack. Once the guard he assaulted regains consciousness, I am sure he will confirm our suspicions.
I wouldn't be so sure. Perhaps I should press her further on her reasoning? Yes, okay, there we go. Press further. Sorry, but I believe there is a flaw in your reasoning. If Knight had the keys, there was nothing to stop him from leaving whenever he wanted. Why wait for Mr. Saint? Why there was no need, surely?
He chose the option that he deemed it most likely to succeed. He stole the key and hid them somewhere. Then waited for an opportunity moment to present itself.
An opportunity moment.
He hid the keys? I'm afraid you might have made an uncharacteristic oversight, Your Honor. But Knight wasn't hiding any keys. This has been proven already. And this is the piece of evidence that proves Knight didn't have the keys. Oh, frick, I was...
Is it the key? Is it the keys themselves?
Keys themselves. I don't know. Where did the keys actually get found again?
Remember to save, though.
Did we have keys? They were stored. They have yet to be recovered.
Yeah, exactly. So they wouldn't be on his person.
They
Yeah.
have yet to be recovered because
Yeah.
nobody
Take
knows where the
that,
hell the
take that.
keys are.
Yep, there we go.
Because
We press.
Since you know about the incident, I assume you must already know this, but after the assault, the guards searched both Knight and his cell and no keys were found. And if the whereabouts of the keys cannot be proven, then neither can your theory!
Ow. Nice.
I have considered that matter of the missing keys, and I do not think it's such an issue.
That's how she's supposed to come.
Yeah.
I still believe he had them. After all, the guards only stated that they were unable to locate them. And this is because they were cleverly hidden inside the pocket chest.
What? Knight's chest set, the same set in which the murder weapon was also allegedly hidden?
Was it? I can't help but wonder about that. What? But you're the one who proposed it!
Is Gavel.
Yeah.
I don't know. We keep going.
Yeah, you're
Wait.
Gavel.
Yeah.
Actually,
Read a bit.
think.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry.
Actually, if you recall, that was Eustace's assertion.
So the two of them aren't of one mind on this, I take it.
Allow me to restate the facts. Mr. Knight hid the key he stole from the guard inside his chest set. When Mr. Singh came to see him, Mr. Knight used the keys to open his cell and climb inside the cave. He was then moved from the holding cell to that workshop in the prison proper, all with the help of his friend and accomplice. Had things gone according to plan, he would have been taken out of the facility after the show. But they did not. Instead, his accomplice murdered him while the show was taking place in the yard.
which doesn't make sense.
Objection! But Mr. Saint was a part of that performance. How would he even have had time to commit the murder?
Overruled. How indeed. Allow me to explain. As you know, many stage performances follow the said narrative. Yesterday's show was one such example.
She's done her homework, I see.
The suspect played the role on the antagonist opposite the elephantine heroine of the show. In the later part of the performance, the heroine's love prevailed, and the villain is defeated. This victory is depicted. This victory is depicted in a very unique manner, whereby the villain is sent flying from the stage by the heroine.
He's sent flying by the elephant.
Having been ejected from the stage in this manner, the villain no longer appears in the performance. In other words, the suspect did not appear on stage a period of approximately 15 minutes.
And you're saying that the crime took place during that time?
Yes, I'm afraid so. After all, it's more than a sufficient window, wouldn't you say?
Objection!
No.
You're not a clown with the entire circus. Committing the crime and returning to the stage in that short 15-minute window is only possible, assuming that the murder took place in the prison proper. But in fact, Your Honor, the real scene of the crime was Knight's cell.
I seem to remember telling you that I would not accept that part of the security footage into evidence.
Objection!
I don't think she did.
That's just
And you won't have to. I have proof of a different kind.
Very well. Would you be so good as to present it?
Also, how would that security footage not be a part of that?
Alright, the
proof-
blood. Now we got the
what?
blood
The
showing.
blood.
Did I read, please?
Go ahead.
Thank you. What proof do you have that the murder took place in the victim's holding cell?
This. Take that!
That appears to be a photograph of a floor. Almighty goddesses, objection. Grant me patience.
That floor you're so dismissive of, Your Honor, has traces of Knight's blood on it! There we go!
Oh.
You say? Is this evidence reliable? After all, I don't believe you have access to the necessary forensic
Operatives.
Objection! I have my resources. A certain blunt instrument, you might say, but a reliable one.
Poor Gumshoe.
The detective, how very unfortunate for him. Perhaps before you decide to
Circumvent.
circumvent the law, you might have considered that the committee's influence extends to the police. Ha ha ha! Oh no! Now Scummy's bat is on the line too!
Forgive me, Detective, I didn't mean to put you at risk as well.
I will enter the fact that Mr. Knight's blood was found in the holding cell into evidence. However...
Objection! Objection! Yeah! Bad luck, idiots! You're really on edge now, Mr. Worthless.
Oh my gosh!
Oh.
Mr. Winner, I'd forgotten you were there. It was nice while it lasted.
I just butted in to tell you that your entire argument is one big inconsistency. You showed us camera footage of a dog killing Mr. Knight in his cell. Are you saying the mud also wiped the blood up before it left the scene?
That's actually a good point.
Come now.
Nah, that helps us. he played himself for a fiddle.
Oh, oh my gosh, yeah. Uh-oh.
Well,
What other tricks can it do, huh? A blood-wiping dog? You're a joke! You'd wipe that blood up, wouldn't you, boy? Yes, Helmet. Yes, you would. What?
Ooh.
That was one of the tricks I taught him before our work together was so rudely cut short. He's a very tiny boy. You never misses a drop. It wouldn't do to leave any evidence after all.
You played yourself, boy. Saved by an assassin of all people.
Not the first time. Jeez Louise, you could have just taught the little guy to shake hands.
Oh, he does that marvelously too. Although, the way I taught him to do it is somewhat unorthodox. First, he bites down hard on the victim's hand.
la 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 la. I am listening. I see. Very well then, Mr. Edgeworth. It seems you have gathered some evidence worth considering.
Your understanding is very much appreciated.
Objection!
Yeah.
Oh. Wait, I'm not done yet! I just thought of something else!
Uh-huh.
Overruled.
Oh, what? Oh boy, somebody's taken no prisoners.
Eustace, would you be so kind as to allow me?
No.
All yours, Gavel.
Well, do you accept the truth now? The crime took place in Knight's holding cell, and the assassin's dog was the killer.
Overruled. My position is the same as it was yesterday. Until you can explain how the dog moved between the prison and the detention center,
We have that as
we
well.
got the
Hold
proof.
on a second, I gotta-
We have that!
I cannot accept your theory into evidence.
Hold it! I thought you might say that, which is why I'd like to show you something else. This piece of evidence shows how the dog could freely travel between the prison and the detention
Tunnel.
center. And there you go. Take that!
Secret tunnel! Secret tunnel!
For tunnel.
This is
It's a secret passageway. It runs beneath the prison.
What? What? A secret passageway? How?
It was done by one Mr. Rocco Carceredo, escapee. It leads from his prison cell to a certain holding cell in the detention center. Yes, the very one where the victim was being held.
Wow, this is certainly a surprise. To think that it was beneath our feet this entire time.
Literally. However, something's off.
Mr. Canis, you knew of this tunnel, didn't you? Because it's the same tunnel that was used to carry out the murder.
Overruled. In the name of the goddess of justice, overruled. Mr. Edgeworth, you are out of line.
Hold it! How so, Your Honor?
Overruled. Evidence is everything, whether in court of law or at the scene
This is
of an
pretty good
investigation.
evidence.
This is
Is it-
puppets in the thing!
Isn't that your little catchphrase? Well, it just so happens that I have some evidence of my own. Bronco's nice auto spy.
Autopsy report.
Autopsy report.
Alright, his autopsy report?
When did you get that? When
How
did
do
you get that?
How do you not know you had it?
The police handed it to me only a short while ago.
We didn't have the autopsy report until just now? Are you kidding me?
The findings are still preliminary
Preliminary.
Preliminary.
You do this.
But it has something of value to tell us nothing less. The goddess of justice speaks to us, though these pages, Mr. Edgeworth. Causes of death, stab wound to the throat, and the weapon is said to be a sharp blade of some sort. It seems the victim was stabbed repeatedly in the same spot, resulting in an ugly wound. As such, the police have yet to identify the exact shape of the weapon, but its overall nature seems to be beyond question.
Okay.
It is a bladed metal instrument.
There we go. Cable managed.
In light of the evidence, do you truly wish to continue with your flight of fancy? Or will you now claim that the dog used the knife instead?
But that's impossible!
That will be all. Court is adjourned.
Objection! But the tunnel, the paw prints!
Oh,
Oh wait, no, it's...
no.
No, that's...
Hold it. What of them? Helmut is something of a wanderer. Perhaps he could happen across this tunnel one day. Although, I couldn't say for certain. I myself have not wandered from one subject.
That would be quite a coincidence, but I can't prove it's not the case either.
She sure knows how to keep a secret, huh? Kinda wish she kicked us in the teeth a little earlier with that.
She was baiting me, waiting for the perfect moment to crush me with that autopsy report, and I fell for it. Hook, line, and sinker.
Wow.
You are lead attorney for this defense, correct, Mr. Fender?
No.
This is the intern OPSI report in question. I do apologize for the delay.
Yeah, no sweat. Working. Cooking us up.
Okay, there
There
we go.
Just had to unplug and replug the. I just had to unplug and replug my desk light. There we go.
I'll check this out.
I was scared.
Yep.
Thank God. Okay.
Mr. Fender,
Quite averted.
a handshake is not necessary when receiving official court documents, you know. So please feel free to let go of my hand. It's not a holy relic, after all.
Just trying to be friendly, Your Honor.
Thought you lingered a moment longer? The goddess of justice would have spoken to you, though my gavel.
Alright, got it.
Try not to butter up people there.
Well, just like we planned it. Yes.
I did only as you instructed, Eustace, but thank you.
This report came from the police. I have no choice but to accept its legitimacy. But if the dog didn't kill Knight, then that takes Canis out of the running.
Not good.
The goddess of justice speak to me, Mr. Edgeworth, and she is merciful. She tells me that you might yet keep your badge if you will finally abandon this fruitless quest. Fruta.
That's a
That
move,
works.
sir. I think she really means it this time.
What do you think, detective? My answer remains the same, Judge Gavel. I will see my duty done, and I will not be intimidated.
Even with how things stand, you still refuse to concede.
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 You're welcome.
This may very well be your last chance. Your badge hangs by a thread.
Oh, Silver says, "Stupid dog! You make me look bad! Ooga booga booga booga!" Yes. Classic show. I freaking loved Courage.
I'm actually just imagining Edgeworth saying, "Oh, you stupid dog! You made me look bad."
I love that show. That was one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Then let it fall if it must. I have something far more important to protect as an associate attorney. My client.
I think we already know what this person is, right? He's just not here right now, so we can't actually prove it wrong. We can't actually, like, convict him of a crime. He's kind of out the prison yards right now.
The goddess of justice is no doubt saddened by your refusal to accept yet another offer of mercy.
Hold it! Attaboy, Miles. That's what I like to see. Looks like the defense never rests is really starting to mean something to you. Credit to your old man, though. He's the one who said it first.
My father?
In fact, I could swear I saw Gregory's spirit in you for a second there. You said that you've changed since your days in Von Karma's shadow. I didn't believe you at first. I'm starting to.
Thank you, Fender.
Alright, kids. This is where the rubber really hits the road. Put your thinking caps on. It's make or break time. If it's true that Knight was offed by a bladed weapon, does our whole case really fall apart?
A bladed weapon? Of course. There were 5 chisels in Canis' cell when we last looked. A former assassin certainly wouldn't struggle to commit murder with a tool like that. In which case, the weapon that killed Knight was...
Have you quite finished? It would be...
Hold it! Evidence is everything. It may very well be my little catchphrase, but it's also true. So the murder weapon was a sharp blade? Then where is it? The guards didn't find it.
Why can't you let this go? So what if they didn't find it? What are you driving at?
If I were to tell you that I now know what the real murder weapon was, and it was right under our noses the whole time, indeed, it was one of Mr. Canis' chisels.
What? Overruled. That makes no sense.
Overruled. I would advise you to stop bombarding us with your irresponsible, half-baked theories, Mr. Edgeworth. You have repeatedly insisted that Mr. Knight was killed in his cell by a dog.
I simply go where the evidence takes me, both in the courtroom and at the scene of a crime. If the murder weapon was in fact a chisel, then yes, the murderer could not have been the dog. But that begs the question of what it was we saw in the security footage.
Oh yeah? The security footage? How do you explain that, Mr. Smarty Pants?
An excellent question. The footage shows... Alright, I'm gonna save.
It was never a dog. That's the point.
It was not a dog.
The dog killing somebody... Somebody attacking the dog?
Dog jumping on someone.
Yeah,
'Cause it was
jumping,
jumping.
not killing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mr. Canis' dog jumping up at Knight. The dog attacked Knight, but he didn't kill the man.
He didn't?
No, Knight was merely knocked out. The dog didn't drag a corpse to the tunnel, he dragged an alive but unconscious Knight. The real killer was the dog's master.
Oh, I get it. Bringing the Knight here, Mr. Canis could finish the job. I like it.
He would definitely use one of his chisels to do it.
Correct. You, Bodenharma Canis, you're the only one who could have done it.
Objection! Objection! Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, you ever get those on your report card? Refuses to listen, must learn to respect others.
Are you asking me or confessing to what's on yours?
We already searched Mr. Canis' cells from top to bottom. Right, Gavel?
Yes, we even inspected his chisels. All four of them.
That
5?
was the fifth one.
5, where's the
That was
5th
5.
one?
She said 4. There's an
wasn't a-
inconsistency.
There wasn't a single speck of blood.
Hold it! Why, thank you, Your Honor. You have just confirmed my theory.
I have? What exactly do you mean?
The last time we were here, there were 5 chisels, not 4.
Oh yeah, remember counting them. Definitely 5.
I'm quiet here. Haven't been able to say any lines yet.
And the one that's missing is...
The small one, the one we thought might be a pocket chisel. Mr. Canis, where did you hide that chisel?
Pocket chisel. And why did you summon him for such a thing? I am really allowed to leave my cell.
In which case, he shouldn't have had the chance to dispose of the weapon. Heh, you've dug your own grave, Mr. Canis.
You seem to have an idea where this missing chisel might be, Mr. Edgeworth. Would you enlighten us?
For a man who can't leave his cell at his own volition, Canis can only have hidden the chisel here.
Okay, now we do not
This
know
one's
where
a
it
little
is.
harder, I guess.
It can still be in maximum security if it can't leave its own cell.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it has to
right?
be. Maybe. Let's try. Let's try. We'll have to take one for the team on this one, but take that.
If it comes down to it,
Mr. Canis is still a prisoner despite the comfort he enjoys. He is rarely allowed out of his cell. He could have given the chisel to his dog to leave somewhere, but that would have been far from ideal. He would have no way of guaranteeing where it might end up.
Intriguing. Do go on, Mr. Edgeworth.
Furthermore, this room is the one place where a bladed instrument wouldn't raise an eyebrow. 4 chisels, 5 chisels, who's counting? A fact that he took full advantage of.
they'll keep the incriminating evidence post-routine. Classic.
Objection! Objection! But I looked! I searched the whole cell myself, and there was no way he could have hidden it!
Objection! I am certain that the murder weapon is here, and that the reason why no one has found it yet is because it was hidden in such an ingenious manner.
Hold it. Do enlighten us, Mr. Edgeworth. What was my ingenious plan?
Think, Miles. There must have been a hiding spot he could make use of. Think about when you came here previously. What are you missing?
He's not showing us out permanently, right?
The bell! The dog kept it hidden inside
Yeah, the
of it the whole
bell.
time.
I'll see.
Let's get out of here! Come on!
But the bell's still on the dog.
The dog!
you're right, the
He
bell's
hasn't made a
golden.
sound today. When we were here before, he barked and growled repeatedly. Canis even encouraged him to do so. That must be it. I knew
smelled it?
something was off. I can hardly believe it, but I think I know where he hid the murder weapon.
Give up already. I expected more of you, Mr. Edgeworth.
Notice that his file is missing.
Hold it, yep. As well as you should if you would give me a moment. For this piece of evidence shows us where you hid the murder weapon.
The dog.
Do we have a dog as evidence? Yes.
Yeah.
we do.
Yeah, there you go.
Take that! Your dog. He seems unusually quiet today.
Yeah. I'm like, Mr. Canis, if you would be so kind as to open Helmut's mouth.
Oh,
Oh, come now. He hasn't barked because he is a well-behaved boy. I had to order him to last time.
then order him again, this instant.
It's not like we're asking for the world, Mr. Canis. Or do you have something to hide?
If you insist. Come on, Helmut. Open up.
Haha!
Bingo!
Ha!
What?
And there we have it. A chisel that was that small was easy enough for a dog of this size to...
What? A chisel in the dog? What? Why is there a chisel in the dog in the first place?
I thought he'd been strangely quiet. I guess his brain has finally caught up.
Eustace, why don't you be a good boy and call forensic Tell them it's urgent.
Oh, okay.
Alright. Alright, Sinbad, you can be the forensics dude. Since you haven't had a line in a
Our
while.
findings are as follows. Traces of blood are detected on the chisel.
What?
Not such a half-baked theory after all, was it?
Haven't had any voice lines like what, past hour and a half?
Alright, so we're all on the same page here. This is our murder weapon, yeah?
The forensic evidence cannot be ignored. We have no choice but to concede that this is most likely the case.
Unintended.
Yeah. But this is still not over.
Mr. Canis, in light of the discovery of the murder weapon, the court demands that you explain yourself.
We found the route your dog took to the holding cells, and now we have the chisel. Yep. How do you propose to talk your way out of this one?
You never fail to entertain, Mr. Edgeworth.
Why does he always laugh like that? Even if it's not funny.
Poor Helmet. How could they suspect us? You leave me little choice. I shall simply have to share with you the truth. I did not kill anyone. I have grown tired of killing.
Something's not right. Why is he
He's
so
lying.
calm? Yep, he's lying.
No,
Very,
it's not.
It's a
legit.
bluff.
very well. The court will hear Mr. Canis' testimony. If you would be so kind.
Gladly.
Here we
I swear
go.
to God, Ben, you're making a really good voice for Canis. Good lord.
Yeah.
Yes, it does.
Perhaps you might begin by explaining what you believe my motive to have been. I never knew the night. I had no contact with him. No connection whatsoever.
You're playing chess with him!
Exactly!
Alright.
Boom.
This is the case.
Inconsistency
Why would I?
found right from the get-go, even before the cross-examination.
He's still suspect there, but I still think that this guy's innocent.
Anyway, given that this is the case, why would I possibly wish him dead?
That's true, though. Have a motive.
Yes.
Yes.
Could it be your suggestion that it was my canine companion who had the motive instead? Oh, Mutt only bears his fangs when I tell him to. I'm not so bloodthirsty that I would kill a man I did not know.
And plus, also, the chisel could pierce through that neck brace of his, so that would explain everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, when he puts it that way.
An assassin who only kills his acquaintances? Not the soundest business model, I agree.
My work required me to deal with strangers, of course. But murder for its own sake, that's not my style.
So I need to prove a link between Knight and Canis. I should go over the evidence again and see what I can discover. Yep,
Oh, it's very easy.
Say first, but and then show the
Yeah.
the thing with
the chest, yep.
No.
yeah.
Yes.
Like say
But-
first though.
Yep.
I'd suggest we press as well, just in case we might want to have a second.
have the evidence.
Just in case we have a second thought. Let's press it, just in case.
Yeah. Alright.
Because there might be some another clue hidden behind this actual statement there.
Yeah, you know, right? Because it doesn't say Knight on there. Let's do that. Hold it! You didn't know who he was? That's quite unlike you, Mr. Canis.
You overestimate me, Mr. Edgeworth. Perhaps you had a harder time putting me in here than and I realize, but I am no master criminal.
That said, you are no run-of-the-mill prisoner either. You're the fixer, correct? I find it highly unlikely that a man in such a position would have no knowledge of new detainee at all.
Hold it. Then you have a rather inflated idea of my position. I have my connections, yes. But I am not alone. And I knew nothing of this night.
Yes.
Let's still apply it on the left.
Let's show the evidence.
Yeah, let's try. Alright. Alright.
Let's see if it's correct.
Objection! Yep. There we go.
Bullseye!
Bullseye.
Nice.
Or should I say, in that case,
Checkmate. Yeah. You're getting sloppy,
leave it in
Mr.
my
Canis.
chest,
You may have trained your dog to clean up your mess, but some things still require a human touch. We found this in the victim's room. It's the record of a game of correspondence chess. What's more, the game depicted matches the game laid out on your board.
First time you actually got hit.
What?
The number of possible games has been calculated to be 10 to the power of 120, and that's on the low end.
So that's 10 times 10, 120 times over, right? 100,000? I give up. I mean, what do you even call a number that's big?
A vanishingly unlikely coincidence, that's what. Now, tell us why you killed Knight. Unless that is, you would prefer to explain the coincidence?
Oh, microphone. Well, they do say that truth is stranger than fiction.
Shouldn't it be the opposite?
It is, as you say, a coincidence. Yes.
Well, we just
A coincidence of a different kind, child. I never imagined my correspondent was the victim, you see.
Oh, I just figured it out. Pause for a second.
Yeah?
I think I figured it out. It wasn't Knight he was playing with. He
What?
was playing with the other guy.
Simeon?
Didn't you?
No, the other guy, the escapee.
Oh!
No, it's impossible.
Costa
This guy
Rica? Wait,
doesn't play
what?
chess.
How? How Costa
Mm.
Rica?
Not impossible if you think of it correctly.
Was
So
because
that
we
would
watched
mean-
thing?
He wasn't playing with Knight because Knight didn't even have a chess set at that time.
What time did he start playing chess with him?
Let me see. Where's that at?
I heard the phone go off.
That was my telegram.
What's next, Rook? No pawn to go to.
You still require a chess set to make the full
G6.
moves that you would need.
Yeah.
How would it be Costa Rica, though? Is his
Hmm.
bio on
Good
there?
question.
Unless he had the dog carry it to him? I don't know.
Here's
I
a
don't know.
better question. Here's a better question. Who dug the tunnel, and where did that tunnel lead out to? And why is there a small animal darting onto Rook? And why are all these things happening that lead to this guy?
What's the
Anyway.
escapee's name again?
Carcerado.
Carcerado.
Carcerado doesn't have a chess set in his cell.
You sure?
How would he know how to play chess, though?
That's true.
He's a boxer.
Chess boxing, my friend.
Chess
Hmm.
boxing.
That was, but
Hey,
that was years
counts. Anyway,
earlier. Well, not years
sorry
earlier.
about that. I
All right,
just
let's
made
just
that
keep
up.
going. Let's just keep going. We'll see.
Yes.
Anyway,
Keep
and
going.
yet, here we are. Helmut is as surprised as I am.
Ooh, Silverwolf
How
just
much?
said.
Yes, yes.
Ooh, Silverwolf actually said, I have accidentally sliced my finger open with a wood chisel once. It's not hard to.
Oh,
Yeah.
Ouch.
I suppose there's nothing for it but
Ooh.
to finally tell the truth. Oh boy. The other prisoners had all gone to the yard, you see. There was a show of some sort, I believe. Here I was, minding my own business, when in comes Helmut, dragging a corpse of all things. I had quite the shock. Not least because the murder weapon was still in the poor fellow's neck. Of course, I was none too keen on becoming a suspect, so I had Helmut take the body to the shop.
That makes him a witness and not a.
Once there, he removed the murder weapon and brought it back to me, just as I had asked.
The dog pulled out the murder weapon in the workshop?
Indeed he did. Removing it here would have made an awful mess out of it.
That explains the blood in his mouth.
You know
Oh, the
something?
mouth.
That makes total sense. Remember what Mr. Sawyer said, Mr. Edgeworth?
On the blood.
Saw it. Ben.
Oh, that huge black dog. It sunk its terrible teeth into the victim's throat.
What did you just say?
It was hellish, utterly hellish. That beast, that awful beast. He killed him.
I see. So what Mr. Sawad actually saw was Helmut removing the murder weapon, then?
I'd say I wasn't a little disappointed that he responded, of course. Silly boy. It's not like you to slip up like that, is it?
Aw. I admit definitive between the two is adorable.
Yeah. Anyway,
Mhm.
and there you have it. That is about all there is to tell.
I believe him.
I did not kill the man. At most, I am responsible for the removal of that weapon.
That still makes him a potential suspect, but
Will that be
at least
all?
now he has an alibi.
Poor Helmut is going restless.
Objection!
Objection. Sorry,
Oh,
but
he actually
if
had his
you could
voice.
entertain us for just
Yes,
a
that's
little
from here,
longer,
his
Mr. Canis.
Wow.
Fender?
No offense, Paleo, but I don't think you've quite told us anything. Or everything.
Everything.
Or whatever things. I'm sure we'd all like to know why you thought you needed to pull the chisel out in the first place.
That's right. It makes sense what he would move the body to avoid suspicion, but Canis had no reason at all to recover the murder weapon.
Wait, what about the fingerprints on the murder
Ooh.
weapon? Anyway, so the mute one isn't as dumb as I thought.
Yeah, there weren't any fingerprints of the murder weapon, so that means
Please,
the murderer
answer
was
the-
wearing gloves at the time.
Sinbad.
please answer the question, Mr. Canis.
It was because of the bell. The one attached to the chisel, and the one around Helmut's neck. Have a very distinctive design, if you will.
Of course, they were something of a trademark of yours, were they not?
I don't get it. How does that even work?
Bodhidharma Canis, the blind butcher. His appearance is always announced by the sound of bells. The last sound his victims would ever hear.
Ooh.
You flatter me so. Though it's been some years since you last saw one of them. You remember them well.
Your knife and its attached bell were one of the pieces of evidence seized in our case against you.
Yes. It was but one of my bells. One of only two in existence.
Just two.
Two and only two. One for my knife, and one for my beloved helmet. Exquisitely crafted, utterly unique. My ears are my guide, after all. And I must be able to use my tools precisely.
Here's the point.
Of course, as you said, the knife has long since been taken from me. When Helmut brought me the body to my cell, I was rather surprised to hear a familiar sound. At first, I was sure that my knife had been used to do the deed. No, a chisel, and an ordinary tool at that.
It's certainly no assassin's blade.
Nonetheless, the bell would have suggested my involvement.
He was framed.
Compounding the matter is the fact that I am the only person in this prison permitted to use such tools.
There's a point.
Mm-hmm.
Clear that I would become the prime suspect. And so, the chisel had to be removed and hidden.
Hold it! You still claim that all you did was have the dog move the body? That you had nothing to do with the killing?
Hold it. How could I? I told you, the chisel is not mine. You need not to take my word, Mr. Edgeworth. Why not have it checked for fingerprints?
Eustace!
Huh? Me? What? I don't know how to check for prints.
Get forensic.
Forensics.
Forensic.
Oh, right. Sure thing. We got some fingerprints. They're Mr. Knight's.
And Mr.
What?
Canis's?
Oh, no, just Knight's. Oh, and forensics said there's no sign of any print, having been wiped off.
What?
Only Knight's fingerprints? This isn't good.
Does that mean?
No.
No.
Make
I
the
don't
mission
believe this.
again. Now do you see? I have never. Anne, let me tell you that. I have never so much as touched that chisel. Helmut carried it in his mouth. That is all. Therefore, any prints must belong to whoever had it last.
The murder weapon belonged to the victim. Oh, that's not helpful.
As I said, I have not touched this chisel. Therefore, I cannot be the killer. Or do you wish to suggest otherwise?
I've got nothing to counter with. But what could this mean? Is he not the killer after all? Is he actually telling the truth? No, he can't be.
Yes.
I am sure this goes without saying, Mr. Edgeworth. But if you do not find a solution to your current predicament, and quickly, I will have the little choice but to relieve you of your badge. Even my patient has a limit, and I will not tolerate you throwing this investigation into chaos. Am I clear?
You're right now, sir. Be serious.
I hate to admit it, but the fingerprints turned everything on its head. Without more evidence, I'm back to square one.
Something doesn't add up. A few things, actually.
Okay.
What would Mr. Knight have needed a chisel for?
You could do a lot with a chisel, child. Break out of prison for one.
Alright, then how did he get into here? There's no way in guards wouldn't let him bring a super sharp tool in with him. Right, Miss Edgeworth?
Metal
The
detectors.
chest set
And the metal
in
detectors.
the middle. Yeah, but the thing is, it's in the hidden
Was it
compartment that
in
probably can mask metal detectors, metal detection.
Hey, Hey, Urgent Mr. Edwards!
Hmm?
You can't stand there hemming and hawing just because of a little setback. The important thing is finding the truth, you know? It doesn't matter how we get there. As long as we save Simeon in the end, we can't give up now. Or ever.
Darn right, K.
Yeah, what she said. Finally got it.
That-
Time for
I say
speak
that-
up motion. This is the time for thinking. I'll second that. You want me around with that, Kay? I'm half tempted to offer you a job for real.
K.
Like
Aw.
I said, the defense never rests.
Hey,
Or
Nico.
rather, like your pop said, what do you think lies at the heart of those words, Miles? Any guesses?
The heart of those words?
It's like this. As defense attorneys, our client's fate rests on our shoulders.
Hi, Nico. Welcome on
only
into the
ones-
stream.
They can turn him.
Welcome.
Simeon's our client, and we're the only ones who can save him. So we can't rest, not while he's counting on us. I'm not about to turn my back on your old man's legacy. Are you?
I'm an associate with the defense now. No, I am an associate with my father's firm. That's the role I have chosen, and that means that if I fail to save my client, I have failed in my duties. I will honor my father's vision and save Simeon Saint. No matter what setbacks I face, I cannot admit defeat. If one path is blocked, I must simply find another.
There we go. That's the Miles Edwards I know.
Yes,
Spirit,
Edward!
Miles.
Oh, yes!
Woohoo!
Now, let's find the new path forward. We can't start by trying to figure out how Mr. Knight brought that chisel into the prison.
Right, how would Knight have managed to bring a chisel in here? Very good.
Chess
Portable
set.
chest set.
Definitely, it has to be the chess
Big
set.
gut.
Take that! Usually, it wouldn't be possible to bring a metal object into this facility undetected.
Because of the security gates, right?
Correct, but we already know that checks at one of the gates haven't been entirely thorough as of late. Namely, the gate at the entrance of the detention center.
The gate is only used to scan people.
Of course, I forgot about that!
Any item they bring into the facility are only subjected to a currency check.
Cursory.
Cursory.
Are you telling me that the chess set wasn't put through the metal detector?
It should have been. Alas, it seems the guard has grown a little lax in the regard of lately.
Yep. Knight took advantage of this little oversight and he had Mr. Saint bring him the chisel, hidden inside his pocket chess set.
That does answer one of our questions. And it suggests that the chisel was indeed Mr. Knight and not Mr. Canis's.
I have to say that moment back there was actually a very big character moment for Miles, for Edgeworth. I'm not calling him by his first name, gosh darn it! Ah! Gosh darn it, Fender. Using his first name more. However, we still have one rather pressing problem to address. That of the security footage in which Knight is attacked by a dog. How does one explain it if Mr. Canis was not the culprit?
So then, how do you explain his friends not being on the murder weapon? This one's a real Piper.
What do you mean by that?
Of course, you find itself wanting for a satisfactory explanation.
Sir.
I think that it might be some. It's time to show you one of my secret weapons. Introducing secret number 4, Lil V.
What the heck is
Lil
that?
V?
What is that?
What
It's a
sort of
recording of the exact murder. I should have brought that
No,
out
it's
earlier.
just-
My bad.
what sort of name is
Well,
that,
dude.
detective?
I came up with it myself, sir. Anyway, you can use it to analyze the video footage. Why didn't he?
Well, he calls a
Man.
secret weapon secret after all.
Fuck's sake, gumshoe.
Damn.
Took you a
Anyway.
while.
An excellent idea. Perhaps then you might finally see that I am telling the truth.
Who knows if there's anything to be found, but it has to be worth a try.
Alright, Want me to talk to you how to use it, sir?
I think we probably should. Yes.
Seeing as I'm not exactly familiar with the video analysis techniques, perhaps you should hear him out. Yep, sure, why not?
Yeah, please. We don't actually know this.
If you could run me through the functions, detective,
Please.
if
Find
that
my
would be
full lines in about like half
boy.
an hour or so.
Oof.
if you could run me through its functions, detective, that would be most appreciated. I have a feeling this might function similar to the Blue Badger video from Rise from the Ashes, but will do.
Yes, sir.
Badger.
All right. So basically, you just gotta do what you always do. Examine anything that catches your eye.
And I can examine things with the Y button, I see.
Next up, see those controls at the bottom of the screen. These panels are just left and right to let you rewind or fast forward. And you can use the middle one to, of course, well, pause. Get used to those and you're golden, sir.
It seems I can also press the right bumper to fast forward or the left bumper to rewind the footage. And I can press A to pause.
When the video is paused, you can go to the previous frame and with left bumper, or the next frame with right bumper.
Oh wow, actual control
Or
based
next-
gameplay. I'm
Or
impressed.
or if you're with the PlayStation, just use L1, R1, or with Nintendo Switch for controller, just use.
Stop breaking the fourth wall,
L1,
Gumshoe!
R1. Hey, I just explained the controls here. Don't blame me.
Come on. Right, come on. We gotta...
Anyways, just use the C control panel
Really
I showed you
helpful.
earlier. Last slide for explain how to zoom in. This is actually essential. Just line up the old cursor with the area you want to take a closer look at. Use the panel with the button, and with the use the panel on the bottom right with little V, and then little V will do the rest. It's got those two expanding arrows right on it. Can't miss it, sir.
To appear, I can zoom in by pressing X too.
By the way, even when you're zoomed in, it still can examine this stuff, just like in regular view, except when the video's playing. You can also make use of previous and next frame to get a look at what's really happening.
This is like 2.0 on the video player from Rise from the Ashes. Wow.
The only thing you can do when you're zoomed in is play the footage, obviously. So there's that.
I see. And how do I zoom out again?
Just use the panel on the lower right again, sir. See how you gone from expanding to collapsing arrows on there? That's because you're zoomed in. And that about sums it up. Alright, let's fire a little V up for real this time. Remember, just examine anything that catches your eye and you'll do fine.
The footage from Knight's holding cell. Other than the victim being attacked by that dog, I can't see what else it might show us. But suppose we're wrong, what could we be looking at instead? Could the person in the footage be some other one other than Knight? And if so, could whatever's attacking them be something else too? I should keep
Well, I
both
have to look
questions
at
in
the
mind
mirror.
while reviewing in the footage.
You'll never know what. Well, you never know what you're gonna see once you start looking at things up close.
Not
Check every
cute.
detail, sir. You find something, I'm sure.
Not cute, Darius. Welcome on in.
Also, objection down before you say it, Darius. Overruled.
Anyway,
Darius says you're cute too, Star.
I object.
I'm back.
What? This footage seems
Just
odd.
ain't.
Okay.
Let's see.
okay, then we pause.
Ooh.
The mirror.
Okay.
Let's wait for it to stop.
Zoom in.
No,
Yeah,
reverse
so
back a little
turn
bit.
it
Reverse.
there.
Yeah, reverse that a little bit.
It's the
So we can
reverse
actually
bottom
see.
right. Yeah, you have to basically move the cursor to the zoom in button whenever you get.
Pause.
Right there. Wait,
Yeah.
back a little bit.
You gotta now you gotta zoom. Now you gotta
Okay.
zoom.
Rewind that
just
a
gonna
little bit, though.
Bottom right. Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Rewind.
And
Yeah.
yeah, rewind a little bit.
What's on his hand?
That's just his hand.
That's just his hand. That he's
Wait,
moving.
no, wait, hold on, guys.
What?
Something's up with his right hand.
What's up?
Looks like there's blood on it.
What about it?
The ring is
That's
not
just
there.
Inflation.
You're right. Right, let's just resume. Let's just take a look at the whole foot video first. Might be
Yeah,
worth
let's
it.
keep going a little bit. Okay, then
Oh,
that,
rewind.
and then that. Okay, now we go backwards.
All right, I am just gonna
Whoa!
That did not look like a bear. Not bear.
Rewind.
Yeah, frames. And
That did not look like a dog.
Ew.
Yeah, that
What
ain't
could
no
that
dog.
be?
And you think of it in the way of that, and yeah,
That's a bear. That is a bear.
that is just a bear.
You're going too far. Too far.
Yeah, this thing's a little
one.
more.
Take one
Alright.
frame at a time.
All right.
Keep going back. There.
Yeah,
Zoom in.
that.
Oh wait, hang on. I might need to zoom in. I must be seeing things. I should take another look. Nothing seems off at first glance. Zooming in might help. The devil is in the details, after all.
Yeah.
All right. All right.
Zoom
Zoom
in.
in.
Yeah. Okay.
You're right.
What if you
it
wait till he
isn't.
stops?
I knew it was the bear.
Yeah.
I
Wait.
knew it.
Let's go back to maybe a few more seconds.
That one looks good.
Yep, there it is.
I don't know.
Nah.
Go back. I think go back a few more seconds until we see like the actual tail.
Yeah.
Yeah. There.
There. Do it.
Tail.
I think we're looking really, really deep into this.
Yeah.
But this is like a little. This is.
Wait. Why don't we just go to the part where we get the full
full
shape of it?
So
Yeah, but we get the full shape.
wait till we see
Yeah,
not
that-
lead
that
data
is
person
something.
and then zoom in. Like back in that
Rewind?
blur. Back up a bit. Now zoom in.
Oh crap! Not wrong button. Wrong
Wrong
button.
button.
I'm sorry. This is my first time using Lil V. Okay.
You hit X.
Okay.
Bingo.
Now.
Now clear as crystal.
Wait. That's. I suspect we may have made a critical error of judgment. What we're looking at here is no dog. This animal is a bear.
Up there.
I knew it.
Meow, it's a cat. No, I'm just kidding.
Knew it.
Thing is, there's some good consistency. The
That's
pop
not
is
a
matched
dog.
before.
It's a
It's a bear cub.
It's a bear.
What? So the paw prints from the photo I took?
We're not canine, but ursine.
Person.
Knew it. I knew it. I said it multiple times. That it's the bear.
Bear, so they could meet.
Yes, I think it could. After all, who else do we know with such a pet? And if we were mistaken about the creature in the footage, it's not inconceivable that we were mistaken about the person in the footage too.
Maybe there's something in there that could prove it, sir. Something that shows it wasn't nice.
You're right. We can't see the person's face, which means a direct identification is out of the question.
Oh yeah, I guess
The paw prints
But
is our
perhaps
only answer.
there's something that could tell us who they are indirectly.
Yeah.
Simply like in the mirror.
Yes, it's certainly worth a look.
Oh, the mirror. Okay, sure.
Alright, let's
Oh,
get
yeah.
a look at the image.
Now we
Yeah,
can look
wait
at
till
it.
Wait till he actually gets to a point where he can see in the mirror. Wait
Alright,
for
let's
it.
just see if
wait
there's
for
any-
it. Wait for it.
Aha!
Wait a sec. Aha!
It
Go
was
back
a
a few
guard! It was a guard!
Oh.
This wasn't him.
Alright, go back.
Alright, let's...
There, the mirror where the cat is seen.
There.
Perfect.
Alright.
So the
The figure
guard
is
was
reflected in
standing.
the mirror here, too. Is that a hat?
This
Say,
is bad.
doesn't that look like the hats guards wear, sir? Oh, jeez. Is that what I think it is?
Have there been any reports of one of the animals attacking a guard recently?
Not that I've heard of.
So this may not be a guard at all, but somebody dressed as one. Perhaps this might shed a little light on the matter of the hat.
The uniform!
There we
Take
go.
that!
The missing uniform.
Yep.
I figured
So
that
no guards have been
like a
reported
guard.
being attacked by an animal as far as we know, but we did hear about a guard's spare uniform being stolen. Could the person in the security footage perhaps
Excuse
be
me.
someone disguised as a guard? Someone attempting to escape without being noticed?
A guard disguise? Huh, I guess it may work. Wait, were we just talking about someone?
You were indeed someone who seems to have successfully made his escape. We had assumed that it was night in the security footage.
Well, it was his cell. It hardly's a crazy theory.
That means no. Guys, I have a theory. Perhaps Knight was murdered even before he escaped.
No, I haven't even about the theory. Is that
Perhaps, but now that we know about the hole under the bed, it is no longer the only possibility.
Finn was actually talking, by the way.
Yeah?
Go ahead,
It
Finn.
might be possible that Kosovo did kill him, but out of the way to keep his suspicions low.
Could be.
Perhaps.
That's the motive.
Maybe it could be.
Whoever had access to the tunnel could very well be the one who caught on camera.
And who was that, Mr. Edgeworth? Would you care to tell the court who you believe this person to be?
The person in the security footage is... Carceredo. Take that! I believe I know who our guard in disguise is. It is none other than Rocco Carceredo, the prisoner who recently escaped from this facility. I'm confident it's him because he was assigned a polar bear cub as his companion.
And the poor bear club must have mistaken him for a guard. Clever.
Yes, indeed, it was.
The bear in that video is all black.
Indeed, and we have evidence that explains why. The evidence that explains the polar bear's dark fur is...
Mud.
It's got it.
Mud.
Mud in the glove.
Yeah, it has to be the... Maybe it's the glove. Take that! Recall, if you will, Mr. Frank Sawit's testimony.
That's the rubber glove I dropped.
Would you care to explain why it's so dirty?
Oh, of course. That's mud from one of the pet treatments I've been practicing. I was giving one of the animals a mud pack right when the incident happened.
I see. Around what time would this have been?
Let's see. The show had already started, so around 9 a.m. perhaps? The thing is, the more mud I applied, the more in the zone I got, and the darker the animal's fur became.
Ah, Frank Sawit, you were an accomplice.
Accidentally.
Not knowing.
Unintentionally.
Unintentionally, but still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No trance quite like the trance one enters when one's glad with an animal with thick black mud.
While the circus performance was underway, he was giving one of the animals a mud pack treatment.
That animal could have been
Indeed, our polar bear.
overruled. Mr. Edgeworth, your latest assertion simply introduces yet another contradiction. The footage from the security guard
Objection! I fully understand, Your Honor, and your doubts are entirely justified. Mr. Sawit mentioned applying the mud pack when the circus performance was underway. This does indeed introduce a new contradiction concerning the security footage.
It does?
Yes, let's put it this way. When would
guard's
you expect the footage to
guard's
have been
testimony.
recorded, Kay?
If it was taken right after the applied the mud pack treatment, it should have been around 9 a.m.
In which case, something isn't right about the footage.
Really? And what's that?
What new contradiction does the security footage introduce relative to when it was recorded?
It was 6 a.m.
6 a.m.
Yes, it was.
It's the middle of the night, or like beginning of early morning.
But not just that. Hang on.
Take that.
Dang it.
You forgot it's X.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I guess I was right
Oops.
after all. Mr. Sawit
Yeah.
said he administered the treatment at around 9 a.m., in which case the security footage should also show a time of around 9. However, the timestamp says 6:42 a.m.
Boom.
On the day of the murder, the prisoners all went out to the yard to watch the circus. All except 3. Mr. Canis, who remained in his cell in maximum security, Mr. Sawit, who was administering a mud pack treatment in the workshop, and that solves the mystery of the third person, and Rocco Carceredo. who had been awaiting that precise moment to put his escape plan into action. I believe he entrusted the bear to Mr. Sawit before entering the tunnel. Aw, you can see him wandering around. So cute!
Aww.
And the bear then slipped out of Mr. Sawit's grasp to run after its human.
Yeah.
Mr. Sawit would have then left the workshop to pursue the bear, at which point he saw Mr. Canis' dog retrieving the murder weapon from Mr. Knight's body.
Yeah.
It all fits perfectly except for the security footage, which should have been recorded from around 9 a.m. However, the timestamp is 3 hours off.
But why would the timestamp be wrong?
Detective, I would like you to have the security camera examined right away, please.
Right away, sir.
Goodbye.
I'm back, sir. I just talked to the guards and, seems like the time codes can slip on those cameras if they lose power.
Oh, that would make sense.
No.
What?
They're pretty old, sir. Guess the clock stops when the power's off.
Which would mean that the power was off for approximately 3 hours at some point.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. That's not all, sir. Remember how Knight denied stealing the keys? No one believed him, considering, well, you know, seemed kind of like the only suspect. Turns out, it wasn't all he said. He also said he was knocked out cold, just like the other guy.
Which may not necessarily have been a lie. Oh.
Darlings, there y'all are. Oh, that's her.
I like more lines. Good lord, I'm waiting like half an hour or so.
I'm sorry.
Blame the game on that one.
How goes the investigation? Is there anything I can do to help things along?
Actually, there might be something we can do for you, Warden Lagarde. The escapee, Mr. Carceredo, I believe he may still be on the premises. He's disguised as a guard. Here's the proof should you need it. We're reasonably certain that the person captured on this tape is our man. And if I am correct, he might even be right here in this room with us now.
Well, that would have been funny.
The one and a complete right.
Hey, Mr. Carceredo, wouldn't be wearing a bracelet, right?
Yes, a bracelet that could easily be hidden under the sleeves of his stolen uniform. Furthermore, the doors out of the prison proper don't have those sensors that detect the bracelets installed. So if he avoided doors with sensors, he could simply wait for an opportunity to finally make his escape.
However...
Keep going up.
Well, yes, I suppose he could. He just had to avoid the workshop around the cells and... Oh my. He's one of you, isn't he? He's right here. He's here right now.
Oliver!
Look! Teddy!
Well, that took care of things.
Wait a minute.
Aww.
Hey, paws off! Get your mitts off of me, you big palooka!
Thank you, Teddy. Very kind of you to confirm our suspicions.
Dang it, kid. If it wasn't for you, I'd have...
What a thing is it to be loved, huh, Mr. Carceredo? I'm almost envious.
Apprehend this man!
A moment, if you will. I have some questions for our would-be escapee. If you are to learn the truth, I will need to speak with him. With your permission, of course.
I can hardly say no now, can't I?
Well, come on then. Hit me with your best shot.
Mr. Carceredo's escape route led directly into Knight's cell, so it's highly possible he has something to offer. Tell me what you were doing on the day Mr. Knight's body was discovered.
Here we go.
Long one.
Yep,
Yes,
this is my
it
side.
Oh, this is...
Anyway. Oh, it was you guys, huh? You're the ones who found my secret getaway tunnel. You know how long it took me to dig that frickin' thing?
Yeah. Here. character.
I had me a guard's uniform, a whole dog, and a plan in place. So I went for it on the day I found the guy.
Did you find the guy?
But then this little guy just had to come right after me. The sack of fur was covered in mud too. Had to go back into our cell. Ugh. I would have got away with it if somebody hadn't off tonight and brought your bums down here.
If it wasn't for you, meddling kids.
Wait, he didn't do it either?
You claim to have dug that tunnel just now. How exactly did you do it?
How? I used everything I could to get my hands on, see? Hammers, spoons, you name it, even a little cup. Spent
Mugs.
every dime I had on this Akamame fixer. And what do I got to show for it now, huh? Do not be so disheartened, friend. Tomorrow is another day.
There's an outside chance Mr. Carcerado and Knight met face to face just before Knight's death. I should see what other details I can extract from him.
He didn't do it either. Think about it. If he had that chisel, he would have cleared out of that thing easy peasy. But he bought spoons and bowls and other things. If he bought that chisel, along with the chisel with his dedicated bell, then he should have been out of there lickety split.
Hold it! Hold
Yeah.
it! Uniform. Uniform, that was from the Fixer too?
Uh-huh. So what? But he had something on one of the guards. Had the guy swipe it from the Al's locker.
And you were wearing it when you were crawling through the tunnel?
Nope. Would've got dirt on it. Had to hold on to it till I got to the holding cell. But once I was out of there, and all dressed up, opening the cell door should have been a piece of cake. There we go, I think. Freedom beckons. And then the furball here jumps up at me.
Which would be the moment captured on camera. I see. I'd be grateful if you could add that to your testimony.
Once I was out of that tunnel, all
Just stood there.
all dressed up. Opening the cell door should have been a piece of cake. But then the little guy had...
Okay.
Yeah, something's off about the
Wait. I had
the key.
someone.
Alright, let's press this. Hold it! Opening the cell door should have been a piece of cake, you say?
Sure. Anything seems easy after digging yourself through a hole on the ground.
And you're familiar with the layout of the detention center even though you live in the prison?
What? Why wouldn't I be? It ain't like I'd never been there before.
If he's familiar with the detention center, then he'd surely be aware that unlike the doors in the main prison, the holding cell doors are locked with actual keys, and I'm sure Mr. Carcerado would have needed that particular piece of evidence to make his escape. Yep. Alright, I'm gonna save.
So you didn't know where the keys are. You don't have the keys.
Yeah. Objection! Yep, there we go. You claim that leaving the holding cell would have been a piece of cake, as you put it.
Yeah? You got a problem with that? 'Cause we can make it a problem, if you catch my drift.
Even once you had reached Knight's cell, you still had another door to contend with. How exactly did you plan on opening it? Mr. Carcerado, I posit that leaving the cell door would have been a piece of cake only because you had the key.
Boom!
I don't.
Oh, right in the
I
chisel.
don't got no stinking key. I didn't need one. It was a piece of cake 'cause the door was open.
Not
walked right
according
out.
to the footage.
Objection!
No.
Yes, I suppose Knight's cell was vacant by that point. There would have been no reason to lock it, and it was indeed unlocked when I went to examine it for myself. So perhaps when you'd finally succeeded today, it was truly unlocked because it was after the murder, but you had attempted to escape previously.
Yeah, the security footage shows when you tried and failed because Teddy caught you.
which was during the circus performance before the body was discovered. The holding cell was still locked at that time because no one knew that Knight had been killed yet. Therefore, you must have had the key to their cell on you. Without it, your escape would not have been possible.
Are you saying, could he really have?
I believe he could, yes. The theft of the keys was in fact perpetrated by none other than Mr. Carcerado. He was the one who attacked the guard. And not just the guard, Knight too. All to gain possession of the guard's keys.
It wasn't me, you lousy bum. I didn't even know this night guy.
Objection! After you stole the keys, you went back to your cell to avoid suspicion, and then you waited for the perfect moment to escape. A moment when the prison would be almost deserted. That's right, the moment of the show, just before the discovery of the body. Unluckily for you, that particular attempt was thwarted by your furry friend.
Hold it. Says who, huh? You got proof, genius? This ain't your win yet. Nuh-uh. You haven't knocked me out yet. Knight knocked the guy out for the count. And everybody knows it.
Objection! Don't play games with me, except chess. Knight was as much a victim as the guard in this case. As a matter of fact, I have proof that Knight had been attacked in his cell. Blood. The blood.
The blood.
Yeah.
Take that!
He left drops.
We found traces of Knight's blood on the cleanly wiped floor of his cell. What could possibly explain such a thing other than him having been attacked? And it was you who attacked him. You ambushed both of them and stole the keys. Whoa!
Almost like
What's with you, huh? The newspaper wiped that blood up good. Ain't no way you should have found it.
Okay, but why did you think you had to wipe it up? Anyway,
If they checked Knight in the god's hand, they would have seen those two never came to blows. But that blood give up the whole game. Ain't no way they don't figure there was a third man in the ring. Plus, once they started sniffing around the floor, they'd have found the tunnel in a heartbeat.
So you wiped up the blood to buy yourself a little more time, so you could wait for a better opportunity? Sadly, the opportunity you sought wasn't good enough to get you clear of the prison, it seems. Now, hand over the keys. Here, break down.
Oh, hey.
That.
Oh, bear.
Oh!
Right in the kiss up.
That's okay, indeed.
He has the keys. Or
KO'd
if he does,
by
this
a
is the
lousy,
point.
stinking bum. Fine. You want keys? Here. Hope you choke on them.
Overruled.
What?
overruled. Wait a moment. If Mr. Carceto here had the keys,
Indeed, Your Honor. Your theory relies on Knight having used the keys he allegedly stole to escape his cell. That was the only way he would have been able to enter Mr. Saint's cage and be moved to the workshop. Unfortunately for you, we now know that theory cannot possibly be true.
Guess this changes things up a bit, yeah? Now the only person who could have moved Knight's body is the one person who knew about the tunnel.
No. You gotta be freaking.
Mr. Carcerado, you're under arrest. Come quietly now, pal. How much one tense did I?
Wait, you got the wrong guy. I didn't do nothing.
This isn't his fault.
Fine. I knocked those two chumps out. That stole the keys. And after that, I went right back to my cell and waited for my moment. Next time I went to Knight's cell, there was nobody around. And I mean, nobody.
I think I know who did it.
Plus, his body was found in the workshop. You think I just magicked my way in there or something. I couldn't even have gotten out of my cell.
Indeed, you only had the key to Knight's cell. You couldn't have left your own cell back in the prison. But Mr. Canis's dog could.
What? What?
It was not you, but Helmet who moved the body from your cell to the workshop.
I get it now. You're saying he wasn't the only con in this conspiracy.
Shh, get that rim shot, Reese, and back.
Hang on a minute. Where's my rim shot? Hang on a minute. Where is it? There it is. There we go.
Indeed, one can easily imagine that Mr. Carcerado and Mr. Canis might have worked together. Mr. Carcerado could have killed Knight and dragged him back to his cell.
And then Mr. Canis's dog took him from there to the shore shop.
There's no restrictions on the animal's movements within the prison. Movement between the detention center and the prison proper, however, is tightly controlled. There is only one possible route, and only you could have taken advantage of it, Mr. Carcerado.
Hold it. How can you be so sure, huh? Maybe there's more of them, and you just didn't know.
Something tells me that digging even a single tunnel was arduous enough.
You got that right. You try scraping more than one hole of dirt with a spoon. Looking for me. I didn't have to dig the whole way. Somebody already did a bunch of work for me.
What?
What?
You didn't dig the entire tunnel yourself?
Wait! The chisel that Gabriel did!
That means he also was trying to get his way out.
That makes a lot of sense as well.
Yes, it would.
Nope. Counted when they put me in the cell. Ran all the way from there to the well in the yard already. Even looked down the well to check it from there. It was the same tunnel, alright. I just made good on what somebody else already started.
Yep.
Then what
That
was the
confirms my
original tunnel
suspicion.
for?
Who knows? You're the one with all the answers, pal.
Hey, that's my
Maybe
line.
somebody else trying to break out.
Gets and says, "Hey, that's my line, pal. Stop
Yep.
calling others pal."
Okay.
Oh, or maybe the animal dug it. Like to get water to get water from the well or something.
I've heard more plausible scenarios than that in
Plausible?
B-grade movies, K.
It makes sense.
Well's dry, kid. Ain't no water to be had down there for years.
Unless it's raining.
Oh. Come to think of it. Smell. Yeah. Always smelled kinda nice down there.
Nice.
Gee, I don't know. Smelled kinda like dessert, I guess.
Sweet scent? That sounds very familiar. Where did we come across a sweet scent before? Knight's body.
Film!
Oh,
Brownies.
Not this.
Yeah, his body. How the hell did he body?
Take that! Detective Gumshoe noticed a sweet smell when we were examining Knight's body. With the help of a police dog, we followed the scent of the body and traced its route back through the prison. That, Mr. Carcerado, was how we found your tunnel. Could that same sweet scent be what you noticed coming from the well?
Very clever, Mr. Edgeworth. You mean to suggest that this is evidence of the body having been moved through the tunnel?
I do. Furthermore, Mr. Carcerado, you are the only person who could have done it. Nobody else had access.
You have our thanks, Mr. Carcedo. Surely. Finally, the truth comes into view.
No.
Now, unburden yourself. It is time. Confess your role in this tragic incident.
What? You ain't putting me... What? You ain't pinning this on me.
I am glad to see that we are finally in agreement, Your Honor.
Oh, if only we were, Mr. Edgeworth.
Oh, son of a...
Mr. Carcedo may have been an accomplice, but not of Mr. Canis. No. he was working with Mr. Knight.
Hold it!
Hold
What?
it. What do you mean?
What's she implying?
I do
what's that?
not believe that he moved Mr. Knight's body. Instead, I believe that he lent Mr. Knight the use of the key he stole. You gotta be kidding me! Granted, it seems likely that he attacked Mr. Knight, but that doesn't necessarily mean that Mr. Knight was knocked unconsciousness as a result. And what if he wasn't? What if he and Mr. Carcetto had reached a certain agreement?
What kind of agreement exactly?
Mr. Knight was plotting an escape for which he required a means of leaving his cell. And here was the precise means, in the form of the key Mr. Carcetto had just stolen from the guard. Mr. Carcetto himself would need to pass through Mr. Knight's cell in order to effect his own escape. Mr. Knight needed only to shout and alert the guards, and Mr. Carcetto's plan would be ruined. And so, the two struck a deal.
No.
Hold it. Lady, the only striking I do is with my face.
My, you still deny it?
So, we're agreeing that we still disagree?
Yeah, exactly.
Mr. Knight and Mr. Carcetto unlocked his cell so that when Mr. Saint arrived, he could escape into the cage. Mr. Saint was then able to move him into the prison proper just as planned.
I think there's something a little...
That does not make any
Nope.
sense.
Oh,
so,
being desync there.
aha! And then he took Mr. Knight into the workshop and did the dirty deed.
Objection.
Call it that.
Were neither of you listening? The scent on Knight's body proves that it was taken through the tunnel. It was moved from his cell to the...
Overruled. Perhaps if you would let me finish, Mr. Edgeworth. I am not denying that Mr. Knight's body was moved through the tunnel.
Then what are you driving at?
Is this a trick question?
As you say, Mr. Edgeworth, the sweet scent shows the route the body took. However, it did not enter the tunnel from Mr. Knight's cell. Huh? Then how did it get down there? There's another possibility, one you seem to have overlooked. The well in the yard. Could a body not have entered the tunnel from there? The well in the yard? Oh yeah, that thing! Mr. Singh did not take the cage in the workshop. He took it outside. There, he killed Mr. Knight and threw his body down the well.
That is 0 sense. There's no sense. That makes
Yeah,
no
because
sense.
we saw the well was actually graded.
Yeah, it was
Actually-
rated up.
That is my conclusion.
Well,
I think
there was
we
a
know
lot.
who
well,
really
granted,
killed him.
It's
It's
well,
a
granted, there was a lock on there, so it could possibly be
Yeah.
opened
Didn't have
up.
the-
All the people
Or no,
there.
it's-
Have the key though.
Hey.
Granted. What does she mean? Graded?
Here's a riddle here. Who
Ew.
always has the keys in a prison?
The
The
guard,
guards.
The guards.
Always has the keys in a
the
prison.
warden, Lagarde.
The
Ooh.
warden. Think about it.
No.
Mm,
The
Oh.
well,
uh,
Card.
the sweet scent, everything.
It all links to her.
Framing.
How
She's
could it be
framing
Lagarde?
everyone.
She. Oh
I
my
know.
god!
It's the whole
That,
reason why she's
that
covering it up.
sly
Oh my
little
goodness.
fox.
The fox is innocent. We're saving the.
Innocent,
No,
but
I mean
she
that. By
is
that I mean
got
she's
some
a
blood on her
sly.
hands.
by that I
She
mean-
needs
I
to
under-
explain.
I
I mean,
understand we
just
got
like
all
Fox.
theories,
Let's just
but
continue.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's about 10 o'clock.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
wrapping it up
we're
after
really
this
wrapping
chapter.
Like this go really long.
Me neither.
Mr. Candace's dog then dragged Mr. Knight's body here to his owner's cell to the bottom of the well. On that note, I would ask you to recall something. What was happening in the yard at the approximate time of the body's discovery?
Michelle.
The circuit show, right? Regina and Simeon were performing for everyone. Wait, Simeon. Ah, indeed. And so you see how it must also have been him who disposed of the body.
Judge Gavelis is a truly formidable opponent. She so effortlessly adjusted her theory to fit the facts.
I propose that Mr. Knight was taken to the yard, not the workshop. And as we have established, Mr. Singh was off stage for 15 minutes. Ample time to throw the body down the well. I am sure you will agree.
Objection! Your deduction is impressive, Your Honor. However, even supposing that Knight's body was indeed thrown down the well, you cannot conclusively say that it was during the show. It could have happened at a different time.
Overruled. My sympathies, Miss Edgeworth, but it simply could not have.
This is taking too long.
What? Yeah, I think it's almost over, definitely.
I think we're just gonna have to pause it at some point there, because this is going long. Like,
Well, you did not know this case was going to be this long of a case.
Yeah, I
You
apologize,
thought-
y'all.
Yo, we're gonna
have to
finish?
finger it.
Should we just see if we can wrap?
Sure, we're gonna try to wrap it up as much as we can, but it's not gonna happen, but we'll see.
Yeah.
I'll see if we can find an ideal spot to actually, like,
Yeah,
basically just find an ideal cliffhanger zone.
yeah.
Sure, why not?
Mr. Carcetto was using the tunnel at around the time the show began.
Like when the music changes, probably.
Yeah, probably just makes sense.
Mr. Carcetto, did you happen to trip over a course while you were down there?
No. Place was clean.
Ah!
If the body had been at the bottom of the well before the show began, Mr. Carcetto would have seen it. However, he saw no such thing.
That's why you needed a wipe-up job.
Which makes it somewhat difficult to support your theory. Furthermore, Mr. Knight's body was discovered in the workshop after the show. In summary, the body must have been thrown down the well and moved to the workshop.
But how did the tunnel smell pleasant?
At some point during the show. Tell me, who else could have done that but Mr. Singh?
Perfect.
Ah!
Perfect.
Yep.
Cliffhanger there.
Yeah,
What?
Yeah, because this is long.
yeah. That was way longer than I expected.
Sweet Lotus.
All right, well,
These are gonna take a while. I know these cases are gonna take a while now.
yeah, I know because I know the next case is actually one of the longest in the series. So,
Oh God.
well, I don't think it's gonna be like
God.
I don't think it's Rise from the Ashes long though, mind
I'm
you.
gonna hop onto another VC to see
All
what
right.
other people are up to.
All right, thank you all so much for tuning in. By the way, before you go, Fen, unless you're
Yeah.
stay tuned for some news next week because I might actually be seeing if we could schedule Undertale sometime here this coming week.
What?
All right.
Yes,
Nice.
that's gonna be. I haven't want because I actually have some after work. I am off work this coming Thursday and Friday, and
All
Saturday
right.
too. But Saturday I have a show.
I think I
But
need to head off of this myself.
but
though.
yeah.
I'm
Anyways,
putting on something.
I'll keep y'all informed. But with that said, thank you all so much for tuning in tonight. We will be back soon with Undertale, and of course, Ace Attorney resumes next Sunday. That said, thank you all so much for tuning in. Let's find someone to raid.
Alright, I'll see you guys later.
Bye-bye.
See ya.
Bye-bye. Let's find
Bye.
someone to raid.
See you next time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a long one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where is
Yeah.
that? raid.
Guys, I'm gonna be off for now. See you guys later.
See ya, Sinbad. Let's raid. Let's raid my good. Let's raid my raid. I think I'll raid. I think I'm gonna raid C13 or C-Bean.
C-Bean. Yeah, he's doing VR chat with Timidator.
All right, ready up, raiders. All right. All right, let's raid.